And we're live, dude. What is good, motherfucking people? Just your neighborhood Jesus waking up on time, which is fucking bizarre. I went to sleep at like 12:30 probably. Fucking woke up 6 o'clock on the dot. I think this K28 talk's got me kind of halfway not sad, discouraged, waking up on time and shit. Oh, coffee. Let's wait for see if anybody comes in here. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, so it's probably gonna be like 2 or 3 of y'all, those AM grinders. They're like, hey, shades is up. What the fuck? Aha, we got one on the head counter. Who we got? Damn, then it disappeared. Okay, okay. We got one back on the head counter. Who we got? Who we got? Who's an AM person? I'm eager to see who it is so I can get. I want to see what their guess is. It's fucking Cameron. What up, Cameron? How the fuck you doing, man? God, Cameron, what time is it for you? You're in Australia. It's probably like, yeah, it's 4 in the afternoon. No big deal. Dude, I hate when it does that. Why's it gotta do that? My cigarette machine, why's it gotta do that? What the fuck's not exactly like that? Cameron, what do you think the number is for getting the K20A in, replacing all the seals, gaskets, alternator, starter, water pump, timing chain, then getting DC5 Type R interior? What do you think? How much you think? Cameron says kicking back on a Wednesday night. Oh my God, it's nighttime there. That's fucked. I mean, I should know this by now, Other side of the world. Just like it's a mind fuck. I just woke up 7:30 in the morning. And you're like, I'm kicking back on a Wednesday night. Let's chat. Hey, that's a good reason to do a morning stream and a night stream. Because if you think about it, like, what about Japanese people, Chinese people, Australian people, people in New Zealand? Every time I'm streaming at 8 at night, it's like fucking 8 in the morning for y'all. Cameron says a fair bit of cash to do what you want. Absolutely. I crunched the numbers last night, and my budget for the entire project is $12,500 US money. So like what I'm thinking is probably like 2 to 3 grand for the shell, the car. Just like find a RSX base model or Type S, probably Type S, just to keep the. Do you know if the base model and the Type S, if the firewall is any different because it's like an automatic transmission and shit like that? You know what I mean? I always wonder that. I'm sure it's not that big of a deal, but just get a shitty used Type S, but the body's in decent shape. The motor's really used. The interior sucks. Fuck it, right? Cameron says, yeah, I'm at work on your night stream. I got you. Yeah, it's wild style, man. I didn't even think about that. Didn't even click. I knew you're in Australia, but it's like time difference. I don't even think about stuff like that. We're all alive. We're all chilling. But yeah, fucking seeing as you're the only person here, I guess it's not really spoiling the fun for anyone else. So my budget's $12,500. Okay. So this is not including the shell, obviously. I'm thinking like the shell's like maybe anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000, somewhere $2,000 to $4,000, maybe somewhere in that area for a shell, like four grand max. $4,000 max. So the engine, K20A swap, then Toda timing chain, Toda tensioner, alternator possibly, starter possibly. I don't know if the alternator and starter on it will be good. I know my alternator and my starter are good in my car, so might not need to get those. Valve cover gasket, rear main seal, oil pan gasket. Honestly, I'd like to upgrade to a spoon thermostat just so it kicks on earlier, because we're going to all these lengths. We might as well fucking go the full 9 and get a spoon thermostat. Maybe water pump. Don't know if I'll need it. The one on my car is good. That'd be a way to cut corners. And all this stuff is tallied in. So this is a high number, by the way. All the belts and hoses. Yeah, it might be $250. Axle seals. I really don't think I'm gonna need to replace the axle seals. You don't know though. We'll see. To be determined. So then the interior, set of Recaro SR4 seats, DC5 R carpet. I want to get a Nardi steering wheel or a personal wheel or some kind of, quick release hub system. And then, Works bell hub, a join doubled in so I can hook it up to my K Pro so I can have tuner view basically. So all that stuff taken into account. How much do you think? What would you think for all that stuff? Like what dollar number? What's your guess? Cameron says, does the engine come with the loom and ECU? Yeah, it comes with the wiring harness and the ECU. But the thing is, I can use my K20A2 that's got K Pro on it, and you can just load up a Type R base map, which I didn't even know about. That's fucking awesome. Cameron says engine should come up with all bolt-on accessories. They do, but the alternator, starter, and water pump and stuff like that, you have a 30-day warranty, or some places might be 60, but the place I'm dealing with is 30-day warranty, and they say if you don't take precaution on inspect the timing chain, the tensioner, the water pump, the gaskets, the rear main seal, oil pan gasket, all that stuff, if you alternator, starter, water pump, etc., all that shit, you want to make sure you're starting with fresh stuff, just because it'll void the warranty if you don't. Like, you have to inspect all that shit basically. So let's say you crank it up and you got a bad water pump and that causes a problem, or the alternator, or any of that stuff, you have a leak. Like, you got to check the flex plate on the transmission for cracks and a whole bunch of precautionary shit, because the motor came all the way from Japan. But Cameron says probably close to hitting your budget. That's what you would think. That's what you would think. So let's say the shell, if I can get a shell, rolling shell, the car runs, but it has issues. The motor's high mileage. Let's say the wheels are fucked up or whatever, because I already got my Type R wheels and I got a fresh set of Toyo R888Rs, and I got suspension parts. I got, this and that. I got like more than enough meat on the bone with my other car. It's just, I can't title my car because it was in a flood. What I can do is, I say $3,000. Shell cost, the new car chassis cost $3,000. All the shit I just listed to you cost roughly around $8,000. Exactly, give or take, because it could be less, but this is the high number, is $8,225. That's the high number if I had to buy everything I just listed. So $8,225, $3,000, that's $11,225. right under my budget, about $1,000 almost. So this guy right here is getting happy. And the nice thing is I'll be able to recuperate a little bit of money, maybe $1,000 or $2,000, parting some things out I don't need. Like I might not need the Type R ECU because my ECU can run the fucking K20A swap, which is just dope. I didn't even know that. But yeah, another thing I'm thinking of, that number might change a little bit because that's a K20A swap with the Y2M3 LSD transmission. Here's the thing I'm kind of sketched out about. The motor has a 30-day warranty, but the transmission has absolutely no warranty. Like, what is that? Like, do you think that's sketchy? Because I know the transmission in my motor, in my K20A2 motor, transmission's fine. They drove it onto the rack. Clutch still held fine. No problem. I don't think water got to it. I don't think it fucked anything up. And I just put a new fucking Exetti clutch and flywheel in it. So, a Y2M3 Type R transmission. Yeah, Aaron says, yeah, the box should have same warranty. Yeah, it doesn't. At this place I'm dealing with, 30-day warranty for the motor, no warranty for the transmission. Absolutely no warranty for the transmission. I find that to be sketchy. You know, seems like they're cutting corners, or like they're just not taking a chance on the gearbox because, you know, something about that rubs me the wrong way. So my counter is, why don't we get the K20A swap, like a long block that doesn't come with the transmission, but it comes with the wire and loom and the ECU, etc. Then put on my K20A2 Type S 6-speed transmission. But before we do that, we put in an M-Factory LSD and Synchrotech carbon synchros to beef it up some more. That'd be dope as fuck. And then, of course, the Exetti Stage 1 clutch and the 8-pound flywheel. That thing would be fucking sick. Because, I mean, they want $1,750 for a Y2M3 transmission. I already have my transmission, so, I mean, $800 for the M-Factory LSD, $700 for the Synchrotech synchros. That's what, 800 plus 700, that's $1,500. Cameron says, yeah, they like you buying a motor and getting an unwarranted fucking gearbox for free. Yeah, I guess if you think about it that way, it's not that big of a deal. But I would much rather have if I was going to get a Type R motor, for it to have a warranty on the gearbox and the motor. Like, that's so weird. Like, I understand gearbox, you know, a lot of things can go wrong. So, like, that makes me fucking want to have one that has a warranty, basically, at least for 30 days. So when we get it in and drive it, let's say first startup, you get that motor and that transmission in there, you got everything good to go. You go to bang first gear, and your second gear is gone. You know what I mean? Jamar's here. He says, what's the new plan? New plan? I was crunching numbers last night because, you know, my budget basically is 12.5. You know, for the whole project, pretty much. That's what I'm allowed to spend, you know, because I was going to spend that on Dickhead's car, you know, the old supercharged RSX fucker. But that fell through, obviously, you know that. But 12.5 is what I can spend. Basically, K20A, I want to do that. And DC5R, red or blue, I'm not sure which one, whichever one's more applicable, fine, good condition. Set of DC5 Type R Recaro seats, a red or blue carpet, and call it a day, because I already got my bolt-ons on my other car. They're still fine. And shit like that. You know, I already got wheels and tires, already got suspension, already got more meat on the bone with my other car. Like, I didn't lose the whole car, you know, obviously. I just can't title the car. So find a shell, or, you know, just another RSX that's like, you know, no rust, high mileage, shitty motor, shitty interior, don't care. $3,000 maybe, 20, anywhere from like, I've seen one as low as 1750. It's a matter of if there's no rust, basically. So let's just say $2,000 to $4,000, somewhere in that area. So that leaves us with what, $8,500 left. So I was crunching the numbers, man. For fucking the K20A swap in the interior, $8,200. So that's right in my budget. I can get exactly what I want. $2 to $4,000 for the shell, give or take. $8,000 left to play with if it's the high number 4. So that's the new game plan, man. We're going JDM red top out this bitch, because it's just gonna be exactly what I want, and I'm not gonna have to worry about a private seller fucking me over and not knowing what he did with his car. Like, we're literally building the car from the ground up. That is the new plan. Cameron says my gearbox is going to cost a bundle to get. Yeah, transmission work is fucking ridiculous. Like, getting a clutch and a flywheel put in, not too bad. It's not cheap, but let's say you want to get that LSD put in and those synchros put in, that's way more expensive, almost double price probably. Cameron says, any plans on the color of the car? Oh, I would go with satin silver metallic, just because I just love that color, man. I like all the colors for the fucking RSX and Integras, you know what I mean? Like, Milano Red's awesome, Nighthawk Black Pearl's awesome, Arctic Blue Pearl's awesome, fucking what else? Championship White's classic, you know, all that shit. But seeing as, you know, I have a lot of, you know, my parts are already painted, they're not fucked up or anything, and, you know, you got shit like this right here. I mean, that's just pretty much what I modeled my car after, you know. Shit is just clean looking. Cameron says gears 1 through 4, full OEM rebuild kit, carbon synchros and LSD. Fucking call it a day and send it. For real though. Yeah, fucking getting a stronger gear set. Are you saying just gears 1 through 4 like OEM, just like freshen them up basically? Or are you getting stronger, like a stronger gear set? Oh, you said full OEM rebuild kit, so I guess just the same gears, just new. Hell yeah. Oh, stronger gear set. Okay, I got you. I wasn't sure when you said full OEM rebuild kit. I was like, are they stronger? Or are they just new OEM gears? Yeah, stronger gear set. That's definitely like super expensive to do, like, and building transmission, beefing it up. Definitely expensive, but so worth it, because K series, man, it's a glass transmission. For real though. And anybody that wants to send it, it's like throwing a rock in a glass house. Cameron says bearings and stuff in the rebuild kit. Gotcha. Yeah, dude, it's going to be quite a project nonetheless. And here it is. What's the date today? What the fuck was that? Did you hear that turbo? What the fuck was that? I've never heard that car around here before. It went, meow, meow. I heard that blow off valve. That's crazy. I wonder if y'all heard that or not. Did anybody hear that? That's fucking weird as shit. I think it's some guy that has a one of those fucking new Ford Focus ST, you know, the 2.5. I think that's what that was. Cameron says, the only thing saving my gearbox at the moment is the slipping clutch. Yep, heard it, RS. That's crazy you heard that too. Yeah, I definitely heard that too. Stronger gear set, bearings and stuff, rebuild kit. The only thing saving my gearbox at the moment is the slipping clutch. That's wild style. Yeah, I feel you. Fucking shit, what was I about to say before that car started fucking turboing out? Yeah, it's just, you know, I don't even know how to put it into words. Finding exactly what you want in another person's build, it's never gonna work. Like that dude with the supercharged RSX, that was like a one and done. You're not gonna find that again. Somebody selling that amount of power and that clean of an RSX. And it wasn't the cleanest RSX I've ever seen in my entire life or anything like that. You know, there's definitely cleaner RSX out there, especially people that would fix the fucking seat. Like, yeah, I got a supercharger, bro, but I have a ripped seat. I just find that to be hilarious. Yeah, how easy it is to fix a seat. Cameron says, and the cheap all-season tires. Yeah, for real. Cameron says mine is cleaner. It is, dude. For real though. If you want to sell it to me for 12.5, I'm just saying. that even if you said yes, it would be pretty hard to get it from Australia. That'd be pretty expensive. God damn. Cameron says tire fryer. Yeah, if any of y'all haven't seen Cameron's FK8 or his Type R, this man's in Australia doing it big. Doing it big. Yeah, that car meet you were at in that parking garage, that shit looked dope. Reminded me of some Osaka shit. Like literally, a lot of people fucking think about the movie Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious. They're in the parking garage, and yeah, it's all played out, right? Little Bow Wow and shit. They actually have car shows in parking garages in Osaka. That's fucking weird. Because, like, obviously, I saw that movie first before I got into, like, really deep into car culture and JDM and all that shit. But literally, like, they have, like, some crazy shit in those parking garages, dude. Like, some serious builds in there. Some serious. The thing over there is, like, importing Ferraris and Lamborghinis. Like, that's, like, the OG shit there. They're like, yeah, I got a left-hand drive Ferrari in Osaka. And we're over here, like, I got a right-hand drive Civic Type R. I got a right-hand drive DC5. Like, it's like location is everything. Like, they think left-hand drive cars over there are the shit. So funny. So fucking backwards. True story. But yeah, guys, just thought I'd fucking Cameron says we do multi-level car park meets here a lot. Yeah, that's got to be awesome. Jamar says import export business. Let's start one, dude. Some money there, because like, let's say you can find a DC5 Type R, Arctic Blue Pearl one, $6,700. That's the cheapest one I've ever seen, and that shit sold in less than 12 hours. So somebody got their bread together, bought it, reaped the rewards. And then let's say they're an import export business, they probably turn around and sell it for like 20. Oh, sell all left-hander. Dude, that's a good point. Just track down some old like Mustangs and like Buick Skylark and fucking muscle cars and like old classic cars. Like people over there would buy that shit all day. Some dude in Japan in Osaka driving a Buick Skylark or some shit. Got my Buick Skylark. I'm on the left-hand drive. Everyone's like, oh. Yeah, it's a good idea. Doing it backwards. Almost like do trade. Like I'll give you a Mustang GT350 if you give me like 2 DC5 Type R's, championship white and satin silver. That's right. That's actually a really good idea. Yeah, Cameron says they pay big bucks here for American imports. Jamar, he's in Australia, so same type of thing applies. Anywhere that's not America, basically, like Europe, Japan, fucking Malaysia, fucking Australia, New Zealand. They all pay big money for American imports. That's crazy. And it's crazy to think American imports. Like that's domestic over here. Like imports are Japanese and anything non-American. It's just hilarious. That's funny shit. Man, you got me thinking now. Should just take out like a big loan. Get this one deal popped off. Like buy something. I don't even know what muscle car that would be cool that you could find for 12.5 grand or even 10 grand. Find it, tinker it up a little bit, fix it up a little, just a little bit, make sure it's in good condition. Find a buyer in Japan. try to make that 10 grand turn into 20 grand, and then take that 20 grand, try to turn it into like 50 grand. Take that 50 grand, try to turn it into 100 grand. That'd be dope. I'm a dreamer. Jamar dreaming. Jamar says Fox Body 5.0 Mustang. Dude, that's a good point. Yeah, dude, 5.0s. I would see how that would be very appealing to someone in Japan. Like fucking rear-wheel drive American muscle car. They would be drifting that shit everywhere. They would be dragging and drifting that shit everywhere. Because 5.0s are nasty, honestly. I mean, it's not like the nastiest car that was ever invented or anything like that. It's definitely got its, it's got character flaws like any other car. But I mean, 5.0 is a fucking pretty beast car. My uncle had one of those when I was a kid, and like his shit was fast. I think it had like, I can't remember if it was 365 or 385. He did a whole bunch of shit to it. But that fucker was fast. Cameron says 4. Too many cylinders. That's right. That's another thing I think about too is how dope would it be just to do a K24A2, because that's $1,000 versus paying close to 4 or 5 grand for a fucking K20A swap. But I don't know, man. I just feel like jumping off the ledge and just taking a leap on this K20A. Something about it. I want to do it. I wants to do it. Oof. Because it seems like the thing now, like everybody's doing K24A2, K20, K24. And that's fucking dope. I mean, it's not like I don't like that motor and the power it can make, but something about the K20A. It's a fucking hand-built motor. Who the fuck else we got in here? It says we got 3 people in here, but the only people talking are Jamar and Cameron. Who else we got? That's funny as fuck. 13 hours ago, that dude in blue. I literally forgot how fast my Mustang was. You know? Karen says less drama with the K28. That's what I'm thinking, honestly. I've heard some pretty bad events that happen when people had K20, K24s. Like, I don't know if it was like install errors or whatever, but this dude Micho mods, his shit threw a rod at the block. For real. Not good. More torque with the Frankenstein. Definitely 200 feet-pounds of torque. And that part I would love, but I feel like you'd break a lot of axles. a lot of drivetrain axle and like problems like that. You know what I mean? Roasting some gears or something. But yeah, man, fucking crazy to think. I'm within my budget. You know what I mean? Cameron says second gear, bye-bye. Dude, second gear is like the fucking ultimate pitfall in the K-Series transmissions. Why? I don't understand it. Like, it's gotten to the point now, like, where, like, let's say I'm getting on it. I'll hit rev, like, you know, for a car flooded, obviously. I'll hit rev limiter 8,600, and I'll take my time shifting into second gear. Like, I won't slam shift it at all. You couldn't pay me to slam shift it. I will not slam shift it. Like, I'll shift it quick, but I'll do it really smooth. And then like second to third, you can slam shift that all day. I mean, obviously I wouldn't say slam shift it because, like, unless you have a K-tune shifter or something that has that shifter stop plate on it, so you don't bend the shifting forks. I wouldn't slam shift. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, it's crazy like how you can miss second. You can, you know, second gear synchro has issues. I mean, it's just fucking crazy. I will admit though that fucking the second gear misses that people have in K series definitely get the definitely upgrade the CMC. Get the K-tune CMC because the clutch delay bypass valve, you know, they delete that basically. I mean, it's a bypass valve, so it doesn't. You don't have that valve like working against you basically for quick shifting, hard shifts. Cameron says, "Yep, got the K-tune shifter." Fuck yeah, yeah, K-tune shifter's sexy. I might throw that in the equation too. I think it's expensive though, but luckily it's not like, you know, rebuilding a gearbox where that's super expensive for labor too if you don't know how to build a gearbox. And on paper, I do know how to build the gearbox. I just don't have hands-on experience. Like, if anything goes wrong, oh my god, fucking kill me. Cameron says the K-tune CMC doesn't fit the right-hand drive. That sucks. Why doesn't it fit the right-hand drive? Like, is it just something to do with the location, or because y'all's reservoir is like in a different place or something? That's a bitch. That upsets me. Luckily, I'm not going right-hand drive. I'm just going DC5R left-hand drive clone, basically. And again, new build. We swap a 1JZ into Vinny's Nissan S14 Drift project. 1JZ. Going super out this bitch. Cameron says linked at the rear of the CMC and bolt are spaced wider on the left-hand drive, so you can't modify it or have like a like basically take the left-hand drive CMC and put a new like bolt, a new like adapter plate on it. You can't do anything like that. Cameron says, but you can get an OEM one without the delay valve direct from Japan. Well, same thing. There you go. I mean, that's essentially what the K-Tune one is. It's like based off an OEM design. They're just deleting the valve. Good to go. But yeah, fucking, I'm so excited, guys, because like it's fucking what month is it? What day is it? It's June 27th, right? So we got a month through all the way through July, then a month all the way through August, and then basically half of September, like up to the 14th, because H Day is the 15th and the 16th, if I'm wrong or right. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we have 2.5 months to get this done. 2.5. 2.5. Cameron says, get all my parts, my OEM parts from Japan, cheaper than here in Australia. Dude, I bet. Yeah, it's crazy how, like, the parts are cheaper in Japan. And then basically all we have to pay for, like, more for to a degree is, like, shipping sometimes, depending on how quick you want it. But, like, you get on a site like Right-Hand Drive Japan or Nangoon or, you know, just straight up from the distributor or company you're dealing with, like Toda or, you know, all that stuff. Like, the parts are so much cheaper over there. Like, if you go to jhpusa.com here in America, the Toda timing chain is like $210. If you look it up from Right-Hand Drive Japan, it's like $119. So it's like you're saving $80. And I know it doesn't cost $80 to get it shipped over here. You know what I mean? What Cameron, what fucking timing chain company would you go with? Would, like, yeah, you could just get an OEM timing chain and tensioner, but I feel like getting the Toda one, the reinforced one. I mean, Toda makes one. A couple of companies make them. I mean, honestly, Toda's pretty nasty. I trust them. They make good shit. Cameron, I don't know why I keep calling you Justin. Cameron says better to get direct from dealer in Japan. Cameron says Toda chain's pretty good. Well, is there anything better? Like, if you're upgrading the timing chain, like, which one would you go with? Because I've actually snapped an OEM timing chain before because of the tensioner, which is a horrible feeling. I think it fucked up a couple of valves too. Like, when the timing chain snapped. I mean, obviously I pulled over like instantly and cut the car off, but fucking, I think it burned up a couple valves or something like that. We had to replace a couple valves. It wasn't too much. Could have been worse, obviously. Cameron says either OEM or Toda. Okay, so Toda chain. Yeah, I'd definitely go with the Toda chain. I mean, it's a K20A. I would definitely want to give it the best. You know what I mean? Because you're spending that much money on a motor, flew all the way from Japan. Might as well start with an upgraded chain and tensioner. Just go full 9. Yep, do it right the first time. Exactly. Exactly. Let's see. Cameron says only a couple months till H Day. Do you think you'll get it done? Man, I'm really hoping. I am really hoping. Because, like, H Day to me, man, that's like so much fun. H Day is like just, oh my God. I can't believe I haven't been going before. But then again, they had it up in New Jersey, so I understand like why I didn't make the pilgrimage before. But where they have H Day now at Maryland International Raceway, it's only an hour and 30 minutes away from me. Chillest drive. It's on a back road. Fucking chill as hell. Oh my God. I love that drive. It's like you're on the highway for a little bit, then you take like some back road route 230 something or some shit. Chillest drive ever, hands down. But yeah, I know for a fact we'll probably get the I don't see why we wouldn't get the Karen says H Nationals is later this year at Winton Raceway. Let's look that up. H Nationals, Winton Raceway. Oh my God. Wait, that's in Australia, right? Yeah, here in Australia. Gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I was like H Nationals. I was like, what is that? That's fucking dope, though, man. Are you gonna compete, or are you just going to spectate? Oh, it's just a Honda meet. Oh, okay. I thought it was like a drag event. Just going for looks. Nice. Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure if I'll enter. Part of me wants to just enter the car show just for, I'm driving the car there. I'm not trailering it. If I break anything, I'd be so pissed. I'd be so pissed if I like broke an axle and like had to get towed home or something. And it's only an hour and a half away. That's not that big of a deal. But yeah, drag strip and track event also. Gotcha. Yeah, so the clips I saw on YouTube when I typed it in, I was like, oh, it's drag racing. Hell yeah. Fucking car show most likely might enter and just take it easy on her. But I feel like if all those people watching just want to fucking send it. Just no fucks given. But yeah, I mean, 2.5 months. I mean, that's a good amount of time to get it done. We obviously have the budget. Where I'm at, I'd like to do some of the labor myself. You know, it's obviously possible. People have done it before, but I don't want to fuck anything up. So I'm just on the fence, like, about, you know, doing it right, basically. I think if I can get some help here, like Surge Motives offered assistance, Gato's offered assistance. I'm trying to think who else. A couple other people have been like, dude, let's just get this shit done. So, I mean, I think between Gato and Surge Motive, I think, you know, there's a dude up in North Carolina that was like, you know, let me know if you need help. Cameron says Honda Network Day, 30th of September, run by Melbourne Honda Club. Fuck yeah. Says save heaps if you can DIY a lot of the stuff. Very true. Like, I know the timing chain and tensioner, I should have no problem getting that on. There's so many videos online that show you how to do timing on a K-Series with a new timing chain. I mean, literally, you got gold links, you got line this dot up with this arrow and shit. And it should be no contest. It's just I've never done any of that shit before, so only motors I've ever helped people with were like B series or H series, literally. That's it. It's a whole nother beast. Same concept though, you know. Timing belt versus a timing chain. Fucking, you know, stuff like that. For the most part, the only thing I've ever done is like help people put exhaust on, help with suspension. One friend replaced a timing belt on a B series. Stuff like that. So it's just kind of intimidating, but you can't be intimidated. You just got to get it done. Read the Helms manual or some shit. I mean, Surge Motive, he's got a whole 1, 2, 3 part segment on removing the RSX engine. So, I mean, getting a motor out's not hard. Putting it back in right, that's more difficult. It's not so much difficult. It's like there's so many steps. Cameron says jump in the deep end and just get it done. That's right. I know for a fact the interior work, like putting the steering wheel in, the quick release in, the seats in, interior in, all that I can do. I know I fuck with all that stuff all the time. That's nothing. Interior work is nothing. It's a pain in the ass. It's time consuming, but it's not hard. Like taking bolts off a seat rail, getting the seat out, taking the carpet out, taking the seats out. That's not hard. Paneling. Timing, transmission work is the one that really, that's the one I'd like to get somebody else to do, honestly, just because you fuck anything up, that's some shit you don't want to fuck up. It's not very forgiving if you fuck something up. But yeah, honestly, Cameron says, yes, trans work is scary, LOL. I don't know why it is. It's just so many components, I guess. What is it you think like is scary about? Because I definitely think it's scary too. I guess it's just such a complex machine. Like there's so many, like, just, it's like a fucking 20-layer cake. You know what I mean? And all the shit looks the same, you know? Like, how do people tell, like, oh, this is a third gear, this is a fourth gear, and all these gears and teeth and all this stuff and synchros? Like, how do they not get that shit confused? You know what I mean? I feel like once you disassemble it, it looks simple when it's together and you're like shifting the gears and stuff, like, you know, like clicking and stuff, you know, it's engaging and disengaging and stuff. But literally, they all look the same to a degree. The only thing I understand about is like the shifting forks and stuff like that. Cameron says yes, complex, afraid of fucking it up. It's the truth. Gato says, whoa. What up, Gato? What you whoaing about, man? Gato says, look who's up early. I know, I woke up on time, man. Gato, man. We got the, I don't know if that'll focus or not. We got the build list. We got the build list. Got this as what up, Cameron, or Camo. Cameron says I've rebuilt old rear-wheel drive 4-speed boxes, but not front-wheel drive boxes that are fucking 6-speed. Yeah, I feel you. 4-speed doesn't seem too much, but 6-speed, ugh. Cameron says, hey, Elias. Gato says, oh, yeah. When it's listed out, you know it's getting serious. That's true. That's true. Here, I'll bust out the list for you. K20A swap. Toda timing chain. Upgraded reinforced timing chain. Toda tensioner. Possibly, I don't know if I'll need it or not. Alternator, starter. Valve cover gasket. Rear main seal. Oil pan gasket. I'd like to upgrade the thermostat to a spoon just because we're going full 9. We might as well. Don't know if I'll need a water pump or any belts or hoses or anything like that. I'm taking all this into account, just like getting a high number, basically. It could be cheaper, you know, because I might not need that shit. Fucking axles and seals should be good. Then a set of Recaros, DC5 R carpet, steering wheel, quick release hub, that join doubled in Android radio thing that Dickhead had, so he could run K-Tuner like View or whatever. I could do that with K-Pro. Download the app and root it in there. So this is a high number with all this stuff. It's right around the 8225, like $8,000 in that area. So my budget's 12.5. Find a shell between $2,000 and $4,000. That should be dope, you know. Gato says, hell yeah, Koyo rad. Yeah, I could get another radiator, but the thing is, I just replaced the radiator and condenser fan and all that stuff, or radiator and cooling fan and all that stuff, both the fans. Fucking so I don't think I'll need a Koyo, but it would be nice. Like, we're going this far, we might as well get a Koyo rad or a Mishimoto or something like that. Gato says, oh yeah, you do have a parts car. Right? Like, dude, we got like the fucking sickest parts car that was ever a parts car. We got suspension. We have, if I need the dashboard, like, let's say there's a different, like, let's say I find a good shell that's rust free for cheap, and it has the gray or titanium or tan interior and dashboard. My dashboard's fine, you know. Dashboard, it's plastic. It's not like it's soaked in water or anything, and not to mention the electrical system didn't even get hurt. And door panels, you know, back panels and all that stuff. If anything's fucked up, we got the rear strut tower bar, C-pillar bar, intake manifold, header, exhaust, throttle body, all that stuff. Like, we're fucking good to go. We're gonna get this shit done. In a little bit, I'm probably gonna call up J-Spec and talk numbers with him. Be like, yo, I want a K20A. Let's see. Why does the chat keep disappearing? That's so annoying. Gato says, where are the funds coming from? That loan, that 12.5 I had originally for old Philadelphia fucker. Because we didn't take the loan back. We just the check was made out to him, but the lady at the bank was like, if the deal doesn't go through, just bring this check back. We'll put the money back in your account. So the money's still there. We didn't like, you know, that 15-day grace period shit on the loan. Like, we didn't We're just keeping the money. Cameron says the Mishimoto radiator is good, but overflow pipe in the neck ain't too strong. Mine broke off, had to get it welded in. Well, fuck that. That sounds horrible. Koyo it is. Gato says nice. Yeah. Because that way we were thinking about just, getting a refund, or not refund, but, going back and just like taking the loan back or whatever, so we didn't have to pay for it. But we'd have to get another loan anyway. You'd never know. So just figured we already did all the hard lifting. Might as well just, stay committed. But yeah, it's crazy to think you got 12.5. You're going to invest in somebody else, buy someone else's, build their car. And you don't know what could go wrong with it. I mean, the car was fast on camera. You drove it, obviously, and said it was fast, but is it reliable? Like in a month or two, is it going to break down or something like that? As where if we build our own, we know what we did. We know what needs to be done. And we're starting with a stronger motor, fresh timing chain, fresh tensioner, fresh fucking seals, gaskets, the works, And not to mention, we're factoring in, we're getting Recaro seats that are $1,500 usually, and fucking DC5R carpet and all that stuff. Like, it's going to be better, like, in my opinion. Because he had a fast setup with the supercharger and all that stuff, but, like, that interior was nothing special. I mean, it had a ripped seat. It's cool they had the double den that was hooked up to K-tuner and the gauges and all that stuff, but, like, I mean, for the most part, it still just looked like a stock Type S interior, Gato says, I say you get Corbeau seats. Nah, I just can't. If we're going red top JDM, I feel like the Recaros are where it's at. Just fucking staying to the homage, basically. If I honestly, like, I was thinking about it, either Recaro or like broad seats, one of the two, just something that's quality. Because I don't know, something about those seats, like seeing Recaros, man. Like Porsches come with Recaros, all these like high-end cars come with Recaro seats. It's not like you couldn't get by. You could totally get by with an NRG seat or a Corbeau seat or something cheaper. Because I get what you're coming from. But I feel like if we're going this far into the build, we might as well just like do it big. Already read that. Well, no, he said 250 gets you a 6-seat. Throb's here. Morning. What up, Throbber? How you doing, man? Cameron says my ass is too big for Recaros. My ass is just I've sat in the Recaro SR4 seat before. It's perfect for me. Literally hands down perfect. Like, I was like, wow, this thing hugs great. Cameron says, hey, Rob. Gato says, Throbber, how's that retired life treating you? Have you retired, Throb? Are you retired? Have you cashed in, and are you drinking Mountain Dew as we speak? I saw you drinking a Mountain Dew the other day. I'm telling. Throb says, haven't been in here for a while, but been watching. What a drag about the car. Yeah, I mean, you mean the flood, or do you mean the fucking guy pulling out? Because that sucks. Both sucked equally. Honestly, I don't know which one sucked more, losing your car or finding a car that was cool that you were like. And he says, I mean the pull out. Yep, he pulled out. He wasn't committed. Yup. Yeah, I just found that to be completely unprofessional. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be one thing if he pulled out like a week before, or I was like, hey, I'm going to get a loan. And then he called me back like in 2 days and was like, don't get that loan. I'm not selling it. That would have even been fine, kind of. Because he had the car up on Craigslist for a month. Like, your ship has sailed. You have it up on Craigslist for a month and you're like 12.5. the boat is gone. Just fucking give it up. And not to mention the shit talking afterwards. Like, oh, you're gonna put Honda badges on it? I'm not selling it to you. You're not gonna bastardize my build. It's like, dude, bastardize your build for putting a different emblem on a car? Honda and Acura are the same fucking company. Throb says, that sucks ass. Just before you're leaving. Yeah, less than 12 hours. We're going to leave it Saturday at 3 in the morning so we could get there around 7 or 8 because it's a 5-hour drive. And called me up or texted me first about, I'd say, 8 o'clock at night on Friday night. And was like, hey, I'm sorry to do this, bro, but I can't sell you the car. I'm just not ready to sell it. And my friend signed us up for track night and registered us. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, are you kidding me? So I texted him and said, are you fucking kidding me? Doesn't say a word back to me for like 45 minutes. And then he calls me back like almost an hour later. And it's like, hey, dude, sorry about that. You just got to understand where I'm coming from. And I just kind of got cold feet because like this car is my baby. And like, I'll sell you the car now. And I'm like, no, I was like, we're not interested anymore because word is your bond. And we could get, like, hear me out. We could get 5 hours down the road in Pennsylvania, wasting our time and our money, and test drive the car or not test drive the car. And you call up and say, you know, oh, I just can't sell the car. Sorry, guys. Like, at that point, you're going to get smacked in the face. Let's see. Cameron says pulling out early is messy. It really is. Fucking Gato says gotta fully commit. Rob Nation says, did he reimburse you for the rental? He offered to. He said he'd PayPal me money for any money I was out, like the rental and stuff like that. But dude, we get like a really we get like, you know, like discounts from all kinds of car companies and rental companies, and we stuff worked out with Enterprise and stuff like that. It was like $70 to rent that car. I don't give a fuck about $70. I want my 2 weeks of time back, basically, and my stress level. Because like anxiety kicks in like when you purchase a car. I don't know about you guys, but like when you take a chance on a private sale, not a dealership, no warranty, sold as is, you don't know what you're getting. You hope you're getting a good car. So like my sleep was like fucked. I'm staying up sweating all night like, oh my God, are we really going to get a supercharged RSX? Oh man, I hope this thing is what it is. And I was super stoked when Gato went down. He's like, dude, that car's fast. Like, so I was like, oh, okay, it must be good. Throb says, Gato, did you get back to the daily grind? It's coming up soon, Throbber. He says, not retired, full-time tube, eating rocks. Throb says, I saw you working on your build list. Did you get another car? I saw you working on a build list. Did you get another car? Are you talking to me or Gato? Like fucking, yeah, I'm looking for another RSX, just cheap, no rust, so we can swap in JDM red top motor and get full Recaro interior. Basically doing a left-hand drive DC5R clone just because it's the way to go. In my opinion, it's what I've dreamed of. He says U-shades, yeah. But basically my budget is like $12,500. What I was committed to spend on that other guy's car. And that was a leap, honestly. Like we were trying to spend $8 or $9 grand, but I was like, dude, this thing is so nasty. It's got $20,000 worth of parts in it, and this is worth taking the extra few $1,000s, you know? So my budget's 12.5. Find a RSX no rust for like $2,000 to $4,000 with a, you know, high mileage motor, shitty interior, whatever. And I have $8,000 left to play with, basically. Get K20A, you know, all new stuff, seals, gaskets, hoses, belts, all that shit. 2 new Recaro seats and fucking DC5R carpet, and we'll see where it goes. Where are we at? Gato says July 9th, I'll be back to the daily grind. Rob says, Gato, I'm both happy and sad for you. Me too, man, honestly. Like, you just got your channel like 10,000 subs. It's going to be sad. Cameron says, the problem with the genuine Type R from Japan is rust, dude, I bet. Seriously. That's what, and plus, like, left-hand drive clone, like, there's not much you're missing from like getting a genuine one. When you're buying genuine parts, genuine K20A, genuine, body components and all that stuff. I mean, we're in America, so left-hand drive car is definitely going to be more comfortable than a right-hand drive car. The roads aren't built for a right-hand drive car, so I'm not saying it's impossible. And it's definitely like kind of like what I like to call the unicorn factor. You see a right-hand drive car here in America, it's instant cool because it's like not like anything else here. We all drive left-hand drive cars, so it's just like, wow, that's fucking dope. It's just that wow factor, Let's see. Gato says, haha, I know. Got to be done to rapidly ramp up the builds, garages, truck, trailer, side by side, Type R build, Prelude Racing, and WRX build coming up. Dude, that WRX, we gotta get something done about that rust. The underside of that car scares me. I'm like, is Gato gonna fall out of that car? Like, it still has the original clutch, but I'm like, that rust though. we gotta fix that. Gato says, oh, can't forget the S2000 needs love. Dude, and I totally get why you say the S2000 is your favorite car of your fleet. It's totally an awesome car, but I feel that you say it's your favorite car because you have other cars. Like, imagine your S2000 was your daily driver. That would fucking suck. Like, not saying on a performance aspect, but it's a two-seater with no trunk space, no back seats. Like, if you had like multiple cars, it would be amazing for a weekend driver when it's fall, when it's spring. Car would be awesome. And probably if you're under 6 feet tall, you know what I mean? Because I'm 6'2" and I felt claustrophobic in that car. But yeah, S2000, like, it's definitely a neat car. It's just like, it's not for me. Not for my one car. Cameron says many builds at once is very time consuming and costly. Yeah, it's just a clusterfuck. Definitely like something to wrap your head around. Like, crazy. Let's see. Cameron says drove through Macas in a right-hand drive. Let's see. Throb says, I understand, Gato. I can't ever see going back myself. The freedom is just too good. Cameron says drive. Fucking Gato says, yeah, if we didn't have at least a 335D, I can't imagine making road trips and stuff. Gato says, yeah, the freedom is amazing. Wake up whenever, do what you feel like doing. I'm gonna miss it for sure. Yeah, I feel you. Even like me, like thinking about getting a job once I get my car back, just to like have some extra pocket money. And I'm not gonna work full time, obviously, not at first at least, because I like to be here to help out my family and stuff like that. But even if I work 20 to 35 or 40 hours a week, like it'll be nice for the grind, have some extra money, buy parts whenever I want, pretty much, stuff like that. But yeah, I feel you. It is nice, like, wake up whenever, do whatever, anything's on the agenda or nothing's on the agenda. Oh, Cameron says, yeah, I meant if you were in a right-hand drive going to McDonald's drive-through. Fucking Eliminate channel, they did something like that. They were like in the right-hand drive Skyline going through like multiple drive-throughs just as like a parody. And literally he's got one of those claw grabber things, like, the long like stick arm with the handle that grabs shit. He's like grabbing his drink with the fucking across. It's too funny. And then yeah, he did it in reverse. Like, he literally went through the drive-through in reverse. Too funny. Throb says, LOL, you'd have to back in. Cameron says, go through in reverse. He did. Like, I'm not a huge Eliminate channel fan because, like, they're kind of just, they're a little too, I don't even know the word. They're just not my style. Like, some of the stuff they do is cool, but, like, they're kind of, it's not just car stuff. They're kind of like, I don't know, clowns, for the lack of a better word. We'll just call them clowns. And they totally did that in one of their skits. It's too fucking funny. But yeah, fucking yeah, I don't know why their channel just they have content. It's not like they have a fuckload of followers and subscribers and stuff, but their channel just doesn't wow me. And they have a lot of shit going on. They have a fucking R32 Skyline, they got S2000s, they got Sylvias 240s. They got all kinds of content. Cameron says jackass car shit. Yeah, exactly. It's not like informative enough to a degree. I mean, there's some things that, are informative, but like it's not like formal informative. It's like clowning around. Like you kind of have to like take it with a grain of salt or like eat a bunch of like shit to get to the point, basically. But some of the shit they do is like, sometimes they make me laugh. Like they just do stupid shit. Like that fucking one guy, they go in the mall and he's got his cell phone in his pocket and he's got like some porno on his phone and some like Asian girl's money. He's like walking through the food court and everybody's looking at him like, what is fucking happening? Then he gets kicked out. It's literally like Jackass. But like I said, for the lack of a better word, clowns. But yeah, it's crazy to think. I didn't even really think about the build. Like, you got 12.5, which seems like you can't really buy a whole lot with 12.5. You know what I mean? Like it's like in terms of new cars, like you can't get a Civic Type R for 12.5. You can't get a S2000 for 12.5. You can't get a lot of cars for 12.5, but buy a cheap RSX, body's in decent condition, throw a red top in there, and do the interior up, and it's right around the 12 grand mark, honestly. Cameron or Throb says got a bolt. Wanted to catch up. Gonna go pick up a rear H Honda emblem. Nice. What are you gonna go with? Like, are you just going with a standard badge? Or are you getting a red one? What are you getting? Gato says, nice. Keep it going, Throbber. Cameron says, seen you ripping them off, Rob. Gato says, keep up the progress. Be all. I'm eager to know. What kind of badge is he getting? Throb says, standard badge. I'm painting it black. Oh, got you. Yeah, I saw you painting your exhaust tips or whatever. It's going to match the exhaust. He's going blackout mode. Cameron says, I'm guessing black badges. Oh, Cameron's right. Oh, but what I was going to say earlier is the only thing that sketches me out about the red top motor, I was talking about Cameron. He was in here first. The K20A motor comes with a 30-day warranty, but the transmission has no warranty. No warranty. I repeat one more time. No warranty. Cameron says Rob is an anti-chromist. He really is. I feel like Rob, if he could have his dream, he would like hang out with Doc Brown and go back in the DeLorean to like the 50s and just like de-chrome every classic car. He'd be like, fuck your chrome bumper, plastidip, or fucking nickel plated or blackout. Your Bel Air has been de-chromed. I don't know, Throb. Tell me. Do you have this dream? Do you fantasize about this? I want to know. He's like, holy shit, Shades knows my dreams. Throb says, I am indeed, Cameron. Throb's not typing. It must be true. He's like, I've thought about that. Rigging up the flux capacitor. Throb says, oh my God, you're so right, Shades. That would be a great hashtag anti-chromist. Get out of my head. Imagine that you're just like sitting around and you're like, man, fuck classic cars and all that chrome. Calling up Christopher Lloyd. We're going to rig up this flux capacitor. I think the reason I thought of that is because Back to the Future movies have been on cable like every night. Back to the Future Part 1, Back to the Future Part 2, back to back on like Cinemax like every night. You wouldn't believe how many times I've watched that movie this week. Throb says, see you guys. Gato says later. Have a good one, Throb. Fucking, but yeah, the transmission has no warranty. Something about that to me is like suspect as fuck. The motor has a 30-day warranty because it's a performance motor, but the transmission has absolutely no warranty. Does that sound suspect, or am I just crazy? Gato says, so I'm staring at eBay. I can't remember what else I need to build the Prelude. Gato says, no, it makes sense. Too easy to mess up the trans. Yeah, but no warranty? Like, what if it's already messed up, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, let's say we take this motor and this transmission, swap it in, no problems, and we go to start it up and we find out second gear's done, or, you know, it's got a fucked up synchro or something. You know what I mean? I feel like at that point, if that's the case, just take my transmission, because we know my transmission's good. It's got a fresh clutch and flywheel. The gears are all fine. Synchros are all good. Full rebuilt transmission. Take that, and instead of spending $1,750 on that, and you can knock that price off the $4,100 that it costs to get a K swap, K20A swap with the transmission. It's like $3,700 without it. So you know, that $1,500 or $1,700 it costs for the transmission, I could get an M Factory LSD, put that in my Type S transmission, and get Synchrotech carbon synchros, and essentially have a stronger LSD and have carbon synchros, and my transmission's fine. Cameron says, damn, eBay, every time I look, I end up buying something. You know what I'm saying? And people hate on eBay, but there's shit on eBay that's just like, it's a good deal. It's not about like a high dollar price tag. It's like, you know, radiator hoses or fucking this or that little shit, license plate bolts, tons of little stuff, you know, and some big stuff, you know, but like that Type R wing I have, the replica wing, Icon Motorsports, I definitely bought that off eBay. Same thing with the front and rear lip, bought it off eBay. Because where the fuck do you find Icon Motorsports? They're on eBay. And not to mention, I saved a fuckload of money, and it looks just like a Type R kit for the most part, you know. I can't wait. I read that. Damn, Cameron says he got the HKS supercharger for the S2K off eBay. What? What? That's fucking dope. How much did you pay? That's crazy. Like, how much do they cost normally? Like $4 or $5 grand, and then you got it for what? Like $2,500. Cameron says from Japan. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, like international eBay sales, like Cameron says 7K Australian. So let's see what that is in USD to Australian dollars. Yes, that's like 7,000 Australian. AUD is 5,100 bucks. Dude, that's crazy. I think like 5 grand of our money is 7 grand of your money. That's fucking crazy. That exchange rate. That exchange rate is everything. Scotty Kilmer just uploaded. Here's why this 1983 Porsche 944 makes a great first car. Gato, please tell me you've seen that 802 Garage parody, his Scotty Kilmer parody. That shit was funny as fuck. Oh my god. If you haven't seen that, you gotta watch that, dude. This is why you don't own a turbocharged car. They're horrible. And I've been working for years, maybe even decades, possibly centuries. Got this as of course I was. I was dying. I commented on, oh, you did? Fuck yeah. That shit was funny as fuck. Me and Eric were playing Fortnite a couple nights ago, and I had it in the background. I was like, have you seen this? He's like, no, what is it? I was like, 802 Garage. And I was fucking playing it. He was like, he thought it was Scotty Kilmer at first. He didn't understand it. He thought Scotty Kilmer was on 802 Garage. I was like, no, this is 802 Garage. This dude is making fun of Scotty Kilmer. He was like, holy shit. Yeah, apparently Scotty Kilmer really, really didn't appreciate that. That shit was funny as fuck, though. Like, he had the work shirt on, and he had the fucking glasses on. Oh my god, that was epic. It was an epic roast. Could you imagine like somebody like comes out and like finds this shirt and these glasses and like has like a fucking wig on, looks like my hair, and what's good? True story. Wild style. It's your neighborhood Jesus, Shades Wade. Smoking cigarettes and shit. I would die laughing. I wouldn't get bent out of shape about it. Cameron says going to have to check it out. That shit is too funny. I mean, Scotty Kilmer's channel, don't get me wrong, it's definitely informative. There's things I've learned from Scotty Kilmer's channel, like if I like had some weird oddball thing like about, TPS or I don't even know. It's definitely an informative channel, but like at the same time he kind of has this like demeanor that's like know-it-all to agree. I've been working forever. It's like I've sent him questions before and he was definitely like wrong about it. Like I sent him a question. I was like, I told him the thing about the 3,500 RPMs and you take your foot off the throttle and you hear that oscillation noise. He said it was a bad axle or wheel bearing. That's what he told me. It wasn't the fucking wheel bearing. It wasn't the fucking axle. It was the fucking motor mount. Motor mount rocks and makes an oscillation. And when I got the motor mount inserts, the polyurethane mounts, it completely nixed the problem. You know what I mean? So it's not like he knows everything about every year, make, model of car. You know what I mean? I mean, sure, it'd probably help if he was like riding along in my car and hearing it firsthand, but I, in great detail, told him exactly what was happening. He was saying it was like a wheel bearing or something. Yeah, Gato says can't act like a know-it-all. Exactly, because he doesn't know it all. And just like the fucking silly little like skit intro, like he like comes up in the blue Mustang Cobra, like fucking doing a peel out and fucking slamming on brakes. It's the Scotty Kilmer channel. Ringing a bell, hopping out of a trunk and shit. Like that shit is way too played out. I'm sorry. I just can't get on board. Not fully, at least. Like I respect the guy because he works on cars for like decades and decades, but I mean, that dude's he's making fuckloads of money off YouTube. He's got like 1 million subs. Like, Young Static deserves 1 million subs. Fucking smart people that are chill and their channel's cool, they deserve 1 million subs. Like, I don't know. That's just me. YouTube is a gift and a curse, honestly. Like, seems like the people that are more chill have less subs. Gato says me. I mean, dude, you have a lot of content to be had, you know, and you're just, I mean, how long have you been doing YouTube? Like a year, you know? I mean, you're S2000 people, Prelude people, WRX people, Civic Type RFK people, 335D people, you know, all kinds of fucking people, you know, and like product reviews and K-tuner and fucking all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, your channel is like more useful to me than Scotty Kilmer's channel talking about a Toyota Celica or fucking axles or fucking don't buy a turbocharged car. They're bad. Well, it's like, well, why do people drive them every day? And why do they not blow up? You know, it's like, what the fuck? Because that dude's like basically like he's catering or tailoring his channel to make money. Like he really is. Gato says he loves that Celica. His a fucking video, he fucking cracks the egg on the turbo and then scoops it up, puts it on bread, takes a bite and says, Toyota Celica. You know Scotty Kilmer got pissed about that. Like, fuck you. He fucking got a hammer and beat something. It's like, son of a bitch. Making me look bad, making me the butt end of your joke. Ring your bell. You fuck. Gato says I can use 1 million subs. Yeah, you and me both. But at the same time, once you get up to that 1 million subs, it's like a big commitment. You gotta like fucking trolls galore, a lot of random, just stupid questions. I mean, even my channel, I'm not being a hater or anything. I do get a lot of dumbass questions like that you should have no trouble answering it, you know, yourself or doing it yourself. Like the other day this guy came in and he's like, hey, like your idle air control valve delete video, like my car's doing exactly what your car was doing. And I was like, yeah, in the video I forgot to set the readjust the set idle screw and just do that, you know. Whatever your K Pro's set to, let's say 750, let's say 900, whatever it's set to, adjust the set idle screw to make it whatever it is in K Pro. So this guy's like, dude, can you like Skype me and show me? I'm like, no, dude. On the back of your throttle body at the top left, there's a little Allen key. There's a little lock nut. Break the lock nut and just turn it left to make it go down, right to make it go up. And like, the guy like literally wouldn't accept what I was telling him. He's like, can you just like show me? And I'm like, dude, there's nothing to show you. It's like literally, do you know where the throttle body is? Yes. Do you know where the top left is? The back left. It's like I literally showed him a picture of the Skunk 2 throttle body. I was like, that thing. And he's like, dude, can you Skype me tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah, I can, but like, yada yada. And then I didn't hear back from him, and I was like, yeah, okay, I guess maybe he did it himself or whatever. It's like just really just silly questions, like, you know what I mean? Like TPS, if you have a TPS question, it's, that's one thing, like, what's the voltage? Hey, no problem. But literally, like, do I turn it left or do I turn it right? It's like, figure it out, just do it. I don't know any of this shit, I mean, I do, but I'm saying I learned the same way you're going to learn. Just try it out. You know what I mean? Gato says, oh man, Jane would have a hell of a time. 1 million subs and all those sticker orders and shit like that. She's like, I have 111 sticker orders to mail out, Gato. What the fuck? I got to buy stamps. I got to write down all these thank you cards and addresses. God damn it. This sucks. Yeah, it would be 1 million subs. Be sending out t-shirts and merch and stickers and all that shit. Like, oh my God. Cameron says would be hard on, that's what I'm saying. It would be hard on the phone. If the dude was in Virginia and he was like, dude, can you like meet me at the mall and like we do this? Sure, no problem. And he was even offering to pay me. He was offering to pay me to Skype with him on the phone to basically walk him and hold his hand through it. Cause like, I was like, dude, this doesn't need to be done. Like, you don't need to pay me and we don't need to Skype. You should be able, if you if you deleted your idle air control valve yourself, you should be able to adjust the set idle screw. It's just super easy. It's not hard. It's annoying, I'll tell you that. It definitely took me like a day or two to get it like spot on, because like I would try it and keep going back and forth. I was like, what the fuck? Cameron says, you even showed him a picture. Yeah, you were in here for that. Yeah, exactly. And he's like, hit me up on Facebook. He's like, can you friend request me? Like, we Skype tomorrow. It was like, it was the night before the S2000 test drive. I was like, I mean, I'll Skype you tomorrow, but I don't know when, because I'm going to test drive that S2000 tomorrow. And then I never heard back from him. So I was like, hey, all right, I guess you solved your own problem. Good to go. But yeah, that I have less than 200 people. So like that annoys me a little bit when people ask really like vague or like already, it shouldn't be a question, because just like, you know, if you have a technical question, that's one thing. Like, where is it? I show you a picture of it, you're good to go. But like trying to Skype and walk you through it, shit like that, doesn't need to be done. It comes down to people are intimidated by things like, oh my God, I took a bolt off, my shit's going to fall apart or something. It's like, it's not going to. But yeah, imagine on that scale, I have less than 200 subs. Imagine if you had like 1 million or 2 million subs. Got that says, I get like 5 questions a day, mostly type R related, some 335D questions. And he says, no one gives a fuck about the Prelude though. I give a fuck. Preludes are sweet, man. That BR Prelude, I'll never forget it. Everybody, we were the first people over there hearing that crazy shit. And then everyone was over there. It was like lemmings or something. We were the first in line, lemmings off the cliff. Everyone came behind us. It's amazing. Cameron says he should have asked the Facebook mechanics. Cameron says Prelude. I love it. That's right. And honestly, that's like another thing I was considering. I was like, dude, maybe I should just get a Prelude. H22, 2.2 liter, sick car, turbo that shit, something. Keep it all motor. Who knows? But finding Preludes, 5th gen Preludes in good condition, it's like not even a thing anymore. You know? A lot of the Preludes I was looking at online, they look like your WRX undercarriage, rusted as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta, it's like that Evan Rulude guy with that BR Prelude. Like, he bought like a wrecked one, completely rebuilt it, fixed the rust, and had to build it from the ground up to make it what it is. And then you put all that time and effort into it, and guess what? Somebody runs into it and fucks it up. Cameron says, I think it looked better with the Type S wheels on it. Oh, yeah, that picture you showed with the 05 to 06 Type S wheels. Yeah, for real. It did look cool with that. Got this, says, my Prelude is actually not too bad with the rust. Yeah, I was talking about your like the Preludes I was looking at looked like kind of like your WRX's rust problem, you know, the undercarriage inside the wheel wells and on the underside. Not good. Cameron says, damn phone, keyboard, and big fingers. It's okay, man. I can decipher it. I'm like the typo decipher. Got this, says, oh, I agree. Problem with those wheels is that they were bent to hell. Too much NYC driving. I had them for 4 years. Had to get rid of them after. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. But the good thing about Type S wheels is they're not expensive at all. The 05 to 06 ones aren't like the 02 to 04 ones are dirt cheap. You can get a set of 02 to 04 wheels for like $300 used. And then I think the 05 to 06 Type S wheels, like the ones you had, they're not too far off. They're like 400 to 500 for a good set with tires on them, no less. Cameron says bummer potholes. Jamar says Cali glass freeways. Dude, Cali does have some nice freeways. You're not fucking the 405 and shit like that. That shit is smooth as a fucking baby's bottom. Got this as might have to get another set of 05 to 06 Type S wheels, though. They're not expensive, though, man, for real. And they're good-looking wheels, honestly. Like, it almost makes me wish I had 05 to 06 Type S wheels, because I have 02 to 04 Type S wheels just sitting over at the shop. They have all-season tires on it with all the tread left on them. But they're not, they're not the same look, and they're 16s, not 17s. And, I wish they were 05 to 06. I'd hook you up with them. You could come help me swap this K20A in and get this shit done. And I'd just like give you those wheels. Cameron says, I got a mint set in the shed. There you go. I would imagine, though, the shipping from Australia to Pennsylvania would be pretty taxed out for 4 wheels. Gotcha says, I would have bought them off. Dude, I would have fucking just gave them to you. Like, drive down, knock this motor out in a weekend, and hook you up with those wheels and tires. They got some Kumo tires, all seasons on them. Gato says, ugh, I really want those wheels. I look at them all the time. Fucking, I'll look around for you. If you actually want a set, I can look around here. I've seen a lot of them like around town, and they're $500 or less for a set, hands down, with tires. True story. Cameron says shipping, LOL. Yeah. That overseas shipping, man, on heavy items, it's fucking atrocious. Gato says, yeah, for 500 or less, I'm down. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out, man. I'll put my ear to the ground. Ooh. But yeah, I'm definitely keeping my wits with me, because like a month without my car, a month without driving some K Series, RSX, it's definitely not fun. Like, it's pretty bad when you drive an S2000 and you're not impressed. I know that sounds bad. I mean, it is a stock S2000, but I drove it and I really wasn't that impressed. I know that sounds like shitty, but with the amount of claustrophobia and just something about like the VTEC and it almost revs to 8,800, and then fuel cuts at $9,000, and I was like not impressed at all. It's so weird. Like, I don't understand that. Like, K Series, see, the F20C motor came before K Series because that car came out in 2000. Fucking, they basically took the F20 design and blueprinted the K20 motor from the F20, you know what I mean? So they improved on it and made it like, it's kind of like, let's say you get an S2000, you get intake header and exhaust. It doesn't make nearly as good gains as K Series getting intake header and exhaust. Like, it makes more power in a K Series. Cameron says the air intake kills the VTEC sound in the S2K. Yeah, like the VTEC didn't even it didn't even feel like it was there or something. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it just felt like it was not making power for how high of a rev limit it had. You know what I mean? Like, the rev limit in my car with K-Pro was 8,600, and like it felt like a rocket ship. Cameron says the S2000 stock header is good for 600 horsepower. That's crazy, because like I don't know, the power just didn't seem there. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the power, like, it makes 240 to the fucking flywheel or whatever, but, and it's a lightweight car, it weighs 2,700 pounds, but it's not that bad, man. It just didn't feel like a car I would want to have as my one and done, my only car. You got no cargo space. It's cramped as fuck for anyone over 6 foot. And, I don't know, like the windshield visibility. I mean, if you have the convertible top down, you're good and everything, but I don't know. It's just something about it. Cameron says the stock exhaust restricts it a bit. yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just wasn't for me. Because I've idolized that car for like friggin' 16 years or something like that. The first time I like got into them and was like, that's a sick car, was when I was like probably 13. And I would have never thought I wasn't impressed by it. You know what I mean? Because the car had 70,000 miles on it. And, it wasn't like it was a shitty car. It was definitely a clean car, no rust. Engine bay looked good. 2 owners, stuff like that. So, I mean, it's kind of weird. Cameron says HFC and a good exhaust. What's HFC? Oh, high flow cat. Answered my own question. There we go. I mean, honestly, in my car, I think race headers are the way to go. I don't care about catalytic converter or test pipes or anything like that. Because I mean, here I can get by with the emissions. Like they don't check for emissions where I'm at. Got this says all my cars get test pipes. AKA fucking got this says it's just a straight pipe. Well, that's what I mean. Like with the race header, like a test pipe, it's just like a connector. Basically, it's just a straight pipe. Got this says no cat for the win. That's right. Cameron says, yep, race headers. And race headers, dude, like when you run no catalytic converter and no emissions, it is a whole nother world. Because even my tech said, like, when he did the bolt-ons for me before H Day, he was saying, I was like, I was like, out of all the stuff I got, what were you the most impressed with? He's like, that header's going to make a huge difference. He was like, you got the exhaust. He's like, this exhaust is okay. It's a good company and everything, but it's not really going to make that much of a difference. Might make 5 extra horsepower, 10 extra horsepower if you're lucky, but it's more just for the sound. And then the manifold, he was kind of impressed with. He's like, it's fairly the similar design. It's it flows a little bit better. He's like, the throttle body is probably where you're going to get the most out of that affair. He's like, but the race header is really where that's where you're gonna get something different. Cameron says a cat for my mom's S2K. Dude, that S2000 sick. Your mom's styling and profiling. Wish my mom had a S2000. See, an S2000's like, it's not a fun car to drive. Like, I just don't see myself owning it. Like a practical car to own. Because like once you've been in an RSX for friggin' almost 14 years and you got hatchback with fold down seats, you can fit a fucking drum set in it. You can get down and rip on it. You can drive it, commuter wise, like reliable, just chilling, modest, all that stuff. Then you go to this 2-seater that's lighter and technically it makes more power, but it doesn't feel like it makes more power. Like I would definitely say my car was probably putting down at least 225 to the wheels, probably 230, because the S2000's got 240 at the crank, so it's probably making 225 to the wheels, or 220 maybe. I don't know, but I'll just hands down tell you, my car, the way I had it set up, definitely could rip on a stock S2000 all fucking day. No joking. I think the only thing the S2000 would have on my car is the handling, because it's such sensitive steering. Like on a track, S2000 could probably get down in the corners better, but on the straightaways, done. I would just catch right back up in the straightaways. Where are we at? Cameron says mom is short. Gotta be. Then he says hatchbacks rock. Yeah, it's just so functional, man. Like literally. I mean, even in Gato's FK8, he can fit 4 racing tires in the back, just like perfect fitment. Like that's fucking crazy. All right, it's 9 a.m. I wonder when J-Spec opens up. Like, honestly, I almost feel like just going down there. I feel like face-to-face talking is more professional. I feel like they'd, well, maybe not give me a more straight answer. Sherman DeFio, or DeFilo, I always forget that. Sorry, man. Morning Wades. I'm at work, but I'm watching. Yeah, man. So basically, Sherm, last night I crunched numbers, did the logistics, seeing how much it would cost a K20A and do the interior, because obviously I want to get the Recaro interior, DC5 Type R interior. And my budget's $12,500, and I need to get another RSX so I can title it clean. And mine was a rebuilt title anyway, so I'd rather get a clean title RSX. Just because we're putting this much money in a car, we might as well have a clean title. Fucking. So that leaves us, like, let's say an RSX is $2 to $4 grand. Because I don't care about high mileage motor. We're taking it out anyway. I don't care about shitty interior. Taking it out anyway. The only thing we care about is there no rust. That's all we care about. So $2 to $4 grand for an RSX. That leaves us with $8 grand to play, $8,500 to play with, roughly. Crunch the numbers on the K20A swap and everything we need to do it right. $8,200. So we're in the budget. We can get everything. We can do this shit. You know what I'm saying? LHT Performance, The Hatch, Episode 6, uploaded. J-Spec. Sherman says, sweet. Yeah, man. We got 2.5 months to get it done for H-Day, because I'd really like to make it to H-Day. Elias, are you going to H-Day? September 15th to the 16th, I think. Gato says, yeah, I'll be at H-Day, especially if you're going Shades. Yeah, man. I mean, regardless, if I get my car done in time, I'm definitely still going to H-Day. The reason I was going to ask is if I don't get my car done in time, I'm trying not to even think like that. I definitely want to get the car done in time. 2.5 months should be enough time, especially if we're about to hop on getting some of this shit now. You know what I mean? Because I'd say once we gather everything, probably a month and a half, maybe. So, like, let's say we get everything before the end of July, then we have all of August to get it done, you know? So I'd like to just say I'm getting the car done. It's happening, but I don't want to celebrate too soon, basically, you know, because, like, let's say I get the K20A and something goes wrong, fucking universe forbid I get another fucking bad hand dealt to me. That'd be so shitty. But yeah, definitely looking forward to that, and definitely bringing that car inside the car show, not parking on the grass. Fuck all that. They try to say to me, oh, are you going in the car show? Yes, I am. It's got a red top. And ironically, it's going to have a red top that has Wing King's valve cover on it. So people are going to be like, they're not even going to know technically that it's a red top. Because I'm probably going to be the only guy rocking a home brewed spoon valve cover on a red top motor. Which might seem, it's kind of like you were saying, you want to get an EK9 Civic Type R, import the right-hand drive one, and then chop off the unicorn's horn and make it left-hand drive. That's kind of like almost like the same thing. Like, it's a red top motor. It's JDM. It's legendary motor, and it's like, yep, taking the red valve cover right off. Don't give a shit. So I don't know, something about that yellow Spoon Sports M&M Honda theme. I just love it. I fucking love it. Let's see. Sherman says, is H-Day in every state, or is it just one time for the whole East Coast? I'm in Georgia. It's one time for the whole East Coast. It used to be in New Jersey at the Motorsports Park. The drag strip got shut down, so now they do it in Maryland at Maryland International Raceway. So it's not as bad as if you had to drive to New Jersey from Georgia, but it's in Maryland, so it's like halfway from what it used to be. So September, I think 15th to the 16th. It's in mid-September. Try to make it down, man. Me and Gato will be there. We went this April. We were there April for the spring H Day, aka it was snowing. Shout outs to Lawrence, East Coast FK8s for letting me borrow those earmuffs because I was about to get fucking hypothermia. True story. Like I was literally wearing a windbreaker first and literally like getting hypothermia. Made the voyage back to my car to get my fucking heavy coat, and that still wasn't enough. It was fucking ridiculous. Gato says, no idea what I'm doing today. Maybe I'll do 2 Type R oil changes and start up the WRX. I'll be doing the oil change on Lawrence's car. Is his car still there? I saw the picture on Instagram, like it's sitting in your driveway. Did he just like drop it off or something? Or is he staying there? What's going on? Gato says, yeah, still here waiting on K-Tuner. Oh, he sent his ECU out? Oof. That's cool. Okay, so this place, J-Spec, is open right now, 9 a.m. They've been open for 15 minutes. They're open until 6. Saturdays, they're open 10 to 3, and Sundays, they're closed. All right, y'all ready for this shit? We're getting live. Oh shit, that's my passcode. I fucked up. Phone. Keypad. Somebody calling up at 9 o'clock in the morning asking about a JDM red top motor. Just like, hey, I woke up and just wanted to call you guys. What are they on the internet? Is this 1997? Wing King's here. Yo, Gato says that's the fax line. LOL. Cameron says fax number. Why's I got a fucking tele? Oh, okay. Here we go. Wrong number. They have 2 numbers. Here we go. Hey, how's it going? I had a question about your DC5 Type R K28 red top motor. I was reading about the warranty. It says the warranty on the motor is 30 days, but the transmission doesn't have a warranty, correct?
I mean, everything comes with a warranty. It's a 30-day warranty. The only things we don't offer warranty on is like rotaries. But every motor we have training, same thing, comes with a 30-day warranty.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because it said on your site the transmission isn't covered on the warranty. I guess that's a typo.
Where like, was it specifically written in a memo, or what does it say?
You go like on your site, you have the JDM red top motor, and it says the motor's covered. Performance motors are covered for 30 days, and then it says performance transmissions are not covered at all.
What's the item ID on that one?
Well, let me grab it real quick. It is, let's see. Item ID is 321. You click on the like if you're on the item page on your site, you click on warranty details, and then it says at the top, it says use performance engines 30 days unless otherwise specified on sales receipt. And then you scroll down and it says, where is it? Where is it? I swear it said, hold on. Oh, yeah, it says number 5, use performance transmissions, no warranty.
Yeah, I've never really seen that. Okay. I mean, usually we just have no problem covering the transmissions.
Yeah, because like you know, I mean, it's not like a huge deal. I'm sure it's fine and everything, but you know, you're buying a motor. The motor's got a warranty for 30 days, but then you know, just kind of
Of course.
yeah, because like I'm interested in one. I see you guys have a lot of them a lot of the time, and I'm building another car, and I definitely want to get a red top motor in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's covered.
Gotcha.
Whenever you place the order, I mean, obviously I'll remember if you're buying this.
Yeah.
One, but I mean, I'll double make sure that it's a warranty on there. But I don't see why there wouldn't be. I've never actually read our warranty details because we usually give that same thing, 30-day warranty. Unless it's a rotary.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And then the only thing we don't cover is like install costs or whatever.
Yeah. Another question I had. Do you guys ever get any more DC5R Recaro SR4 seats in, like the red or blue ones? I saw you guys had a red set a while ago. I was thinking about buying, but then
we had a couple of them and they all sold.
Right.
And I had a set of the blue ones, which I was going to buy for my car, and someone swept them out from under my feet the week before I got them.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I know the blue ones are a little bit more expensive. They're like $2,000 or whatever they are for the set. But the red ones, I mean, we usually get those. It's not that rare for us. We should be getting some. I'm expecting another container in 3 containers in about 2 to 3 weeks.
Gotcha.
I might have something on there, and if you're really interested in that, definitely give us a call back, and we can let you know if we have any for you. Yeah,
because I guess if you get any more in, do you want to take down my phone number? Because like I'm definitely interested.
For sure, I'll leave it posted on my computer. So as soon as I get something, I'll call you. All right. What would be your name?
Anthony.
Okay. And then phone number?
804 614 5679.
And then we're looking for DC5 seats, red or blue.
Yeah, either or. I mean,
we have one of the black ones.
All right, the black with the red stitching.
Yeah, I've got one of them. I've had my hands on those for a while too, but we only have one seat. We haven't got the other side yet.
How much do you want just the single seat?
I'm not sure what the pricing is. I think my manager was talking about keeping it for one of our project cars we're doing.
Gotcha.
For the shop, but yeah, I mean, I have to get back to you on that one if he was even willing to sell the one seat. But yeah, I'll definitely give you a call back when next 2 or 3 weeks whenever we get something.
Awesome.
I'll definitely remember. I'll put my post-it on the computer so I'll see it every day.
And also, just had one more question. Do you guys ever get the DC5 red carpet in or blue carpet?
Yeah, we get the red carpet occasionally.
Yeah.
It's more of a rare thing because it's usually harder to get out.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, if you ever get any of that, definitely hit me up because I'd buy that too.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I mean, are you doing like a right-hand drive swap?
No, I'm just doing left-hand drive swap, but K20A.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll write all this stuff down also.
Awesome, man. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime. Yeah, I'll be in contact with you as soon as I get something. Hopefully we can find something for you.
Sounds good, man. I'll talk to you later.
No problem. Have a great day.
You too, man. Be y'all heard it here first. And all y'all have my phone number now. God damn it. Well, Gato and Wing King, they already have my phone number. Let's see, where are we at? Wing King says, what up, family? Sherman says DSL. Wing King says, where is H-Day? It's in Maryland. It's MIR, Maryland International Raceway. Cameron says 2K. Fuck. Got this as 2K for seats. God damn. Time for some red Corbeau seats. No, the red ones are like $1,200. He's talking about the blue ones. Cameron says I got red carpet. I still haven't put it in yet. Another thing that's weird about if I do the Type R red carpet, the gas door lever, it's on the left side, but on the right-hand drive car, it's on the right side, that little lever. Can I make that cable go across, or do you guys think I'll have issues, or I'll have to like rig something up? I don't know. I got this as I say, keep stock carpet. Well, that's the thing. I need new carpet regardless, because my stock carpet is fucking garbage. And if let's say if the RSX I get has like tan interior, it's gonna have tan carpet, which is gonna look like dog shit. So I got to get that red carpet, man. Or I didn't really think about this. I could take my stock carpet, take it to like some kind of automotive upholstery person, and get them to make me a left-hand drive equivalent of the DC5R type R carpet. You know what I mean? Because it's not about having like genuine JDM carpet. I don't care as long as it's just red carpet. Cameron says the footwell of the carpet will be different too. Yeah, that is true, because like the dead plate and all that stuff, it'll look kind of, you're right, it will look kind of funky. So maybe I do need to talk to some automotive upholstery person to I don't know, see if they can make me some carpet. It's probably going to be expensive though. It's going to be like double what it cost at least. Like, let's say you can grab some DC5R red carpet for like $250, $300 in decent condition. It's probably going to cost like $500 or $600 to fucking get them to make it for me, but it will be brand new carpet, which would be dope as fuck. Because like that's the problem with the DC5 Type R carpet. When you buy it used, it's usually in pretty shitty condition. Most of the time, has stains or holes, you know, stuff like that. Debatable for sure. But yeah, it's crazy to think you get a warranty with the transmission. Oh yeah. Cameron says places in Australia do factory molded carpets, so should be places over there. Yes, that's not impossible. I mean, nothing's impossible, but you know what I mean. If they were trying to get like $1,000 for carpet or some crazy shit like that, I'd be like, yeah, fuck that. How about that? Then I'd be with Gato and I'd be like, yeah, I'm keeping stock carpet. I'm keeping this hole in the floor. Give no fucks. So Wing King, you just got here. I did the breakdown last night. I crunched numbers on doing a K20A swap and getting the interior and everything. Fucking, I got 12.5 as a budget. I got $8 grand, $8,200 for the motor and the interior and everything we need, gaskets, seals, all that shit. That's a high number, so it could be like $7,500. I don't know. We'll see. But that leaves me like in the $3 to $5 grand area. Find a shell that's no rust, and I could, you know, take that K28 to, like, if I get a Type S, $3 to $5 grand. It has high mileage. Let's say the motor's fine though. It's got like 200,000 miles on it. It's got shitty interior. You could sell some of that stuff, make some money back. Gata says, or just do no carpet, powder coat the floor pan. Powder coat the floor. How am I going to get that in an oven? Like, I don't think that's going to fit in Wing King's oven. Just ship the car over to Wing King like the shell. He's like builds a big powder coating oven. I don't know of any automotive places that can do a whole car. They usually just do like single parts and, you know, stuff like that. I have to look into it. That's probably super expensive to get the whole fucking car powder coated. But the good news with that would be the car would never rust, like ever. You could leave it anywhere forever, and it probably wouldn't rust. Food for thought. Thought for food. True story. Cameron says race spec. Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily opposed to doing no carpet. That'd be pretty cool, honestly. But I don't know. Having carpet's kind of nice, honestly. Like people like the gutted look. I think the gutted look is cool, but I think it's like more applied for track cars, like a dedicated track car. You give no fucks. Like I still want my car to retain some daily drivability, comfortability, the little things. Like I don't care about losing cruise control. I want to keep my air conditioning. Um, Honestly, I think about that electric power steering. That'd be pretty dope to do. And like old dickhead did, he just took it out of a Civic Hybrid, so it's not impossible. Seems like a lot of work though, but I guess nothing's impossible at this point. Gato says, or just spray paint that joint. Yeah, I feel you. But I feel you on the powder coat too. If I could get it done, I would do it. I just don't know how much that would cost a fuckload. I feel like. Got Winking. How much do you think that would cost to get the whole car powder coated, the inside? That's got to be a lot of money. That's like easily $2,000 to $3,000. I don't even know. That'd be my guess. Getting the whole the whole inside of the fucking cabin like powder coated. Good God. Coffee refill. What do y'all think it would cost? Be y'all. Where are we at? Got this says, all right, time to go. Got to get shit done. Another busy day. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Gato. Cameron says, don't know, but lots, I reckon. Sherman says, ball in a leg, probably. Kidney and a pancreas. Cameron says, catch you, Elias. Sherman says, oh, gaming chair, you're so funny. This thing is the devil racing seat. Looks like a devil bow tie. Straight up bizarro. Well, all I gotta say is it's great to know the transmission has a warranty. That makes me very happy. Like, really happy. Because basically what that means is, like I was saying, if the transmission doesn't have a warranty, we might as well just throw the K20A2 Type S transmission on there with an M factory LSD and carbon synchros. But this way, K20A transmission, and less money, less labor. Because I don't do transmission work. I just don't. I haven't done it yet. I mean, Cameron agrees with me. You fuck up, it's going to come down to, you fucked up. Sherman, fucking, what kind of work do you do? You said you're at work. I like to get to know my subs. See what kind of lives they're living. See what they're doing. Sherman says pest control. I kill for a living. How are you able to watch the stream right now? Like, are you just like on a break, or just not bugging out, not bug bombing, or whatever you're doing? Like, I can't imagine like you're chasing like a fucking possum under someone's crawl space. Like, yeah, I'm watching Shades Wade right now. That's dedication. This man's hunting a rabid raccoon while he's watching Shades Wade. That's amazing. Sherman says, I'm listening as I drive. Fuck yeah, your Shades casting. It's a popular choice for this channel. Honda Vlogs does it. Justin David does it. Tons of people do it. They're in the background just like, I'm absorbing the Shades Wade. I don't even got to be typing. Sherman says dedicated. That's right. And guys, you just gotta appreciate how sexy this motor is. Just look at that. Just look at it. Look at it, laddie. It's everything I ever hoped for. It's the red top JDM K20A. Oh my god. This fucking guy, man. I mean, it looks all there. Honestly, it really does. Eric's here. What up, Eric? Oh, yes. She will be mine. Oh, yes. She will be mine. K20A, she will be mine. That's right. Eric, I called them up. The transmission does have a 30-day warranty, just like the motor, because it says on their site it doesn't have a warranty, but it does. That's right. That's fucking right. Eric says, wake up to a red top. Yes, sir. They have, I talked to them, and they got my number down. They have 3 more shipping containers coming from Osaka in 2 to 3 weeks, and there's going to be some red or blue Recaro seats in there. But honestly, you want to know what they want for some blue Recaro seats? $2,000. They want $2,000 for a set of blue Recaros. That instantly turns me off. We'll go red seats. The red seats are like $1,100. Sometimes they're like $990. I think they were $995 because they were sitting on them so long. So if I can get, just call it $1,000. If I can get the fucking red ones for $1,000, I give no fucks. That's fine. Especially if we're going JDM K20 red top. But it's going to be funny because I will be switching the Wing King valve cover on there. Hands down. Hands fucking down. Because the red top, like their valve cover on here, it's definitely scratched up. It definitely has a few imperfections, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm running my catch can too. You know, I'm going to relocate the battery and all that stuff. And, you know, got to rep the Wing King. Wing King, motherfucker. That's right. Eric's, the fuck, $2,000, double price. Cameron says I got the OEM Type R valve cover from Japan for mine. Yeah, that's dope. Like, it's not that I don't like. I've always loved the red top motor, but I'm just saying like that red top valve cover's all scratched up, so I'd have to get it repowder coated or wrinkle painted. And at that point, like, you know, if it was in mint condition, if it didn't have a scratch on it, I'd probably keep it. But I have to change the valve cover gasket anyway, and I'm trying to run a catch can, so you know, I just feel like, you know, I already got the Wing King valve cover with the AN10 lines and the catch can and stuff. Like, might as well just spoon it the fuck out. It's a spoon red top. It's a yellow top. It's a muffin top. Yeah, exactly. Cameron says never looks the same redoing the red wrinkle. Exactly. It's something about the paint, like the wrinkle paint. Like they use some kind of special, either it's like a automated sprayer or a certain type of red wrinkle paint. Because like when you red wrinkle paint it with the red wrinkle paint in the can, it just, to me, it looks cheesy. Like I don't know if it's the technique or if it's the paint material, but something about it just doesn't look the same. You can tell a fake from a real one for sure. For sure. Yeah, Cameron says they've been doing it for a long time now. Oh, real. Fucking, shit, what was I about to say? But yeah, I'm getting excited, man. Calling them up, getting it done. Getting it done. Yeah, I think it's gonna look sexy. Sassy. It's gonna look sassy. Ooh, coffee in the morning. Everybody's getting fucked. That's right. Bam, bam. That's right. But yeah, we're in the budget, guys. I mean, 12.5 we were willing to spend before. Eric says, is it $4 or $5 for that motor? It's $4,200. I think I could talk. I think if I get the Recaras, because they do deals. Like, let's say they asked 800 for my wheels, the Type R wheels I got. We got them down to 750, so that's $50 off. That's a set of wheels. That's less than $1,000 of product. Basically $4,295. So basically $4,300 is what they're asking for the motor and transmission. Then the Recaras and anything else I get, if I get like a bundle, they will throw me a deal. Like hands down, will guarantee they will throw a deal. They'll work with me because they those red Recaros they originally had them listed for 1,300, right? Then they sat there for 2.5, 3.5 months, and they brought them down to 995. So they knocked off like $400 almost. It was like $1,300, and then went down to $1,000 basically. So $305. Cameron says at least future sellers won't be bailing out that. That's right. Because one, we're not driving 5 hours away, and two, those people don't have some car they're fucking infatuated with. Like, I can't let my baby go. Like, these people are like, I'm trying to sell this car, $5,000 or best offer, $3,000 or best offer, whatever. And it's dogged, it's beat. You know? Eric says, ha ha ha, right? That's right. That's fucking right. How's the beach? How's the beach, Eric? Ooh. Beach y'all. Yeah, Eric, I crunched the numbers last night. The entire build without the car, buying another chassis, 8225, and that's a high number. It could be 7,500, it could be $7,000. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, you got the K20A swap. Upgrade the Toda to a Toda timing chain, the reinforced timing chain, Toda timing chain tensioner, possibly an alternator. I doubt I'll need that. Starter, doubt I'll need that. Valve cover gasket, rear main seal, oil pan gasket, upgrade to a spoon thermostat, water pump possibly. I really doubt I'll need that. Belts you might need fresh, like start with fresh belts, maybe. Hoses, maybe. Fucking axles, you can use the Type S axles. Might freshen up the seals, don't know. To be determined. Then DC5R, SR4 seats, red carpet, Nardi steering wheel, personal steering wheel, spoon steering wheel, don't know. Works bell hub, the join double, then Android radio so I can hook it up to K Pro. And yeah, that's 8225. Not bad. Eric says if everyone would get out of the condo I am in, I could turn it up. LOL. That's right. I'll keep it PG. Sam and Dean, Supernatural. That's right. It's a great show. And it's not effing anyone's B. It didn't F anyone's B. Cameron says headphones, Eric. That's right. Eric says it's so loud in here, they're about to go down to the beach. Word? Oh, word? I want that purple stuff. Water, sugar, and of course, purple. Eric says left them at home, man. Damn. Damn, Gina. I got pee. BRB. Hey, y'all. Oh, what did I miss? Sherman says, we meet again, chair. Cameron says, LOL, I'm the noisy fan. Yeah, I don't know what is it about that fan, that fucking oscillating noise. It's like if you put it on setting 2, like 1 is slow, 2 is medium, 3 is fast. You put it on 2 or 3, it makes noise. If you put it on 1, it's like dead ass silent. I don't get it. And the weird thing is, setting 2 and 3 are the exact same speed. It used to be not that way at all. Like setting 3 used to be fast as fuck. Now setting 2 and 3 are like damn near the same speed. So I think I don't know, something's wrong with that. Yeah, the thing is noisy. But yeah, definitely getting excited, man. Like I'm up at fucking, I've been up since 6 in the morning, waking up on time, ready to fuck someone's bitch, to say the least. Cameron says, need to find a car. Yup. Well, like if I go on my Craigslist in my town, or, you know, even just in Virginia, type in RSX, this is what we got to work with. We got, see this car right here. This is the one I'm looking at. It's a 2002, just like mine. $1,700. It's a base model, keep in mind, but it doesn't matter. You know, that shit doesn't matter. Basically, because we still got the shifter box, we still got all that shit. You know what I mean? That's. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it shouldn't matter if it's automatic. Like we can take the gear shifter, the panel. I got a cluster still, all that shit. We still got like tons of good parts. Like you can definitely swap. You can turn an automatic into a manual, correct? It shouldn't be like any issue of the firewall or the shifter cables or any of that shit, right? I would assume. Maybe a manual, getting another Type S would probably be a little bit better, because this is like, I mean, it looks like he's only got 2 pictures of this thing. And I mean, it doesn't look like it's in, I mean, it doesn't look like it's in awful condition. I mean, it doesn't look like great or anything, but fucking, yeah, the wheels don't matter. The suspension, I can, you know, I got my suspension still. Cameron says should be all good. Probably swap the wiring. Yeah, I got the wiring harness. That's all fine. We got to do that anyway. But yeah, my concern is like just like so the firewall doesn't have any like restriction or lacking anything basically. And then the backside of the car, it looks like the hatch around this area, the deck lid, looks like it's bent. Like somebody, I don't even know, like punched it or fucked it up. Yeah, okay, the bumper back here looks like it's fucked up. The tab right here sticking out and shit. That's not the end of the world because the car is only $1,700. I mean, I have a bumper I can throw on it. I'm not worried about the bumper necessarily. As long as it's not rusted, as long as, you know, rust is the real issue. That one, we got that one. And then we got, like, let's say, I mean, fuck, where is it? This one right here. This one's a little more expensive, obviously. It's $5,000. It's a Type S, so it's got 190,000 miles on it. He's got some shitty wheels. Like I can't stand those wheels to save my life. So that's got to get rid of that. Definitely getting rid of the fake Mugen side skirts and fake Mugen lip. But I mean, this one looks like there's a little more meat on the bone with this one. The body lines look a lot more clean. Stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't look perfect or anything, but then again, these side skirts, they can go. I have side skirts. The only thing I don't like about this one is the car's black, obviously. So like, I want mine to be satin silver, so that's kind of a pain in the ass. But I'm not saying necessarily I would be against a black one. Like a black one's nasty, but I don't feel like having to repaint the whole car, obviously. So this one's kind of, for $5,000, this one's doesn't feel like the right one to get. See, getting this one right here, or even this one right here, this base model. It's a 05. I mean, I could switch the headlights if I wanted to. That'd be actually kind of dope if I switched the headlights and the bumper, because that's not that hard to do. But you know, it looks not bad. Yeah, it definitely doesn't look bad. The interior looks like dog shit, but then again, we don't, you know, like we were saying before, the interior is not like a deal breaker because we're trying to get red Recaro seats and, you know, stuff like that. So, I mean, honestly though, it's funny, this 05 base model interior with the cloth, I actually like it for the back seats, but these look like they're in pretty, not horrible, but not good condition. And I could get Type R back seats. Steering wheel actually looks really good. Like that steering wheel is probably in better condition than mine. Cameron says, damn Acura badges, deal breaker right there. But yeah, the cluster, this gear shifter panel and all that stuff, like that stuff can go. That stuff's not a deal breaker by any means. I mean, they're asking. I mean, that's a decent driving car. I mean, that would even be a car just to drive around. I know it's not fucking automatic and all that stuff, but I mean, it's 133,000 miles on it. So this is a clean chassis, an 05 chassis. It's got 130,000 miles. I wouldn't have to worry about no rust on that one. And then there's an 04 right here. It's $2,500, and this one's a manual too. But good God, look at that garbage in there. What the fuck is this shit? What do you guys think of that? Should I just do that? Oh my god, that's horrible. That is horrible. That's got to go. See, that's the kind of shit that worries me. People that do that, what do they drive like? You know what I mean? And that fucker's blue. Like bad blue, not good blue. And yeah, see, he's covering up the rust right there with stickers, or some kind of damage right there with stickers. I don't trust that for a fucking second. And he's got the AEM license plate, bro. Sick. That's friggin' sweet. What's the front license plate? Perrin? What the fuck is that? Oh my god, I am not buying this. He's got the liquor bottle bag shift boot. This thing's friggin' sweet. He's even got 86 cent right there, bro, and some shit in the door panel. Sick. Good God. His seats aren't in too bad a condition. Oh, I take that back. I take that back. Look at that fucking seat, guys. That is the all-time most ghetto shit I've ever seen. Eric says, what's a Crown Royal bag? Green apple. Sherman says, sponsored by Crown Royal. Exactly. Look at that fucking seat. Good God. 263,000 miles. No wonder. And the shitty type, or not Type S radio. Doesn't have the Bose system. Not that that matters necessarily. Yeah, he wants $2,500 for that one. That's fucking garbage. It's got 263,000 miles. I could get like this one that's 1750 and has 185,000 miles. It's probably, and I'm thinking this one right here is a candidate. This one says, good running car with strong engine and transmission, just needs struts and a transmission mount. Come test drive it and see. Call or text info. It's got his number. I mean, dude, this one has got the meat on the bone. I really think that. I think this one right here is cheap. See, because we got a budget of $12,500, and this thing costs $1,750. So that leaves us with like friggin' $10,300 something dollars. You know what I mean, or whatever the hell it is. Like 10 grand, and like the fucking parts list, like I said, it was $8,200. That's a high number. Let's say it's $7,500. $7,500. Just call that $2 grand. We're at $9,500. That would leave us with like $3 grand to you know, anything that pops up, basically. True story. Ay. Ugh. Because that one is $1,700. It's like, where's this at? It is south of Richmond. It's like basically in Petersburg, which is kind of a shitty area. It's definitely not a good area, but tell them to meet up in Richmond, or like, can you drive to Richmond, check it out, blah blah blah, test drive it. Because obviously if he's trying to sell that car for $1,700, I mean, $1,700 is not bad. Because he says good running car with a strong engine and transmission, just needs struts. Struts I don't give a fuck about. I have suspension. Transmission mount, I don't want your motor. You know what I mean? Like, I have good mounts in my car, so like we can transplant everything in my car mount wise, you know, all that stuff, struts, just like the new speed suspension I have and all that stuff, everything can be transplanted. So get on the grind, man. Yeah, it just depends. If you can send me some pictures or something like that. I wonder if he has email. Reply by email. Because the interior, I'm not really that worried about. Copy. Yahoo. Mail. Compose. What the fuck? Go back to my draft, motherfucker. Did it send? It sent. Booyah. Where are we at? Honda Vlogs here. What up, puto? You puto. No, you a puto. You puto. That's right. Eric says, ha 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 ha. For a second, I thought D's nuts from PlayStation was up in here. Puto, you puto. That's right. Christian, as soon as you're here, I've showed everybody. We've broken down the list. I've crunched the numbers, man. K20A swap, Recaro interior, etc. Quick release hub, some kind of steering wheel, all that stuff. This is a top number, like a high number. With the interior and motor getting done, every part we need with the swap, transmission, blah blah blah, $8,200. So that leaves us like $3 to $4 grand to find a chassis. You know what I mean? And you would probably know this as well. Can you take a base model automatic and convert it to manual, basically? You know what I mean? Because I just want to make sure there's no confliction in the firewall or any of that stuff. You know what I mean? I want to hear your input on that. I would say yes. I would think there's not much in the way. I just mean with like shifter cables and, all that shit. Christian says, yeah, you'd be good because you already have the OGA too. Right. But I'm saying if I get a base model RSX, a new chassis to put the the K20A into, there's not going to be any firewall problems, are there? Christian says, because you need the pedal assembly. Pedal assembly got that. Yeah, you'd have to change that over for sure. And the A2 charge harness and the wire harness. Now, like we were talking about before, you said I can run my PRB K Pro. The K20A can run off the K Pro I have, but it's a Type S ECU, the PRB. Do I use the wiring harness I have now, or do I use the wiring harness that comes with the K20A swap? Honda Vlog says my Type S harness. And there's not going to be any confliction whatsoever. You know what I mean? Lots of stuff to think. Honda Vlog says shouldn't be, I would assume. Well, the only thing I would think, Honda Vlog says you don't want the PRC ECU from the K20A. Right. It's not K-Pro, obviously, and it's a different ECU, but like I just want to make sure I can do that. Obviously you can, but I just, the wiring harness I have, I just want to make sure that works for the K20A. Honda Vlog says, but the PRC is cool. It doesn't look for an immobilizer, LOL. So people like that ECU. Well, fuck that. I want the immobilizer because I don't want people to steal my shit. I like immobilizers. That shit's awesome. That's a car thief's nightmare. Chris Millington says, good morning, you sexy bastards. What up, Chris? And what the fuck happened last night? This Goonder muffin. What the fuck is a Goonder muffin? Apparently it's a 53-year-old lesbian. Fuck. Yeah, Christian, we had a fucking crazy stream in here last night. We had some random person called the Goonder Muffin come in and say all kinds of fuck shit. Like, not even like a mean troll, just like a weird troll. Let's see. Hanabok says, yep, but I mean, if you want an A2 or an A in your EG, the PRC ECU will get you turned on faster. But if you had an A2, why wouldn't you use the PRB? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that. Because, like, a Type S motor with a PRB ECU, like, why would you use the PRC? Because you don't have Type R cams and stuff like that. You know what I mean? This shit is confusing. All this electrical doodad shit. In my day, we had carburetors and distributors and freaking no electrical components. No ECUs. Let's see. Chris says, I'm at work on a small break. And he says, the Muffin Man, I don't remember last night, LOL. Honda Block says PRB needs the immobilizer. But what if you went reflash first, like your K Pro and your immobilizer and your key are all doing a handshake? Do you know what I mean? Like, let's say somebody had an EG hash. I sold them my K20A2 swap and my K Pro and the immobilizer and the key. They shouldn't have any confliction with the immobilizer. Honda Block says, so if you found an A2 and no key, no immobilizer, no nothing, the PRC won't use it. Yeah, that's true. I get what you're saying now. So PRC negates the immobilizer. That's why they use it. Gotcha. Yeah, I just want to make sure if I use the PRB wiring harness with a K20A, I just want to make sure it won't like fuck anything up or have any like electrical haywire. Crazy shit. Turning into a puto. It's a puto. I'm not a puto. It's a puto. Let's see. Hanabok says two different scenarios. I get what you're saying. Cameron says Carbies and Dizzy. Hanabok says K20A and K20A2 are just another K20. Very true. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like if you were using like a EP3 wiring harness on a Type S motor, would that work? You know what I mean? I just want to make sure. Wait, Hanablock says, I would assume there wouldn't be an issue, but you'll need the A2 harness because it'll connect to your. Oh. What? Hanablock says, yeah, you might need to swap out the interior harness, maybe, because interior needs to connect to engine slash charge harness slash motor. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if we get like a base model automatic, like, you definitely need to like swap out like interior harness. Everything goes through the firewall. Chris Millington says, for only 28 easy payments of $29.95, you can have this PRC ECU. But wait, there's more. If you buy this ECU now, you'll get the Gounder Muffin absolutely free. Yes, free. Available at Sam's Club, the home of Justin David. Oh my God. Ooh, that's a good laugh. Old Chris Millington with his for only 28 easy payments of. Cameron says, what? No steak knives? Oh my God. We used to prank phone call at 3 o'clock in the morning, like on the weekends, like when we were in high school. Me and my buddy would prank phone call like QVC at 3 in the morning. We'd stay up all night till it's like 3 in the morning when the knife show comes on. You guys know what I'm talking about? Watch late night tell them like infomercials. They got the knife show. Have some big bundle of knives, like a bunch of cutlery corner, I think it's what it's called. We would fucking call up and just ask the most fucking stupid questions. Like they'd have some shit, some knife set, like 48 piece fucking Damascus blade or some shit like that. Literally be like, they'd always give it like a stupid fucking name, like, you know, Dragon's Fury or some shit like that. And literally we called them up and we're like, does the knife have like a handle made out of like mahogany? And like just fucking egging them on, like, and the people are like, yes, sir, it does. And this one has pine or some shit like that. So literally I'm like, is there a dragon on the blade? She's like, I don't think so. I'm like, deal's over. Hang up. And just like ask stupid fucking questions and like call them like 20 times in a row, like different people. And apparently they all kept talking to each other, all these like people answering the phone, and they like caught on. And, like anytime we would like ask a dumb fucking question a bunch of times, they'd be like, we know it's you. Fuck off. That shit is too funny. Chris says, LOL, sorry, had to do it. Sherman says, praise your neighborhood Jesus. He shall save us all. Eric says, oh, Billy Mays up in this bitch. That's right, OxyClean. Gonna clean your bloodstains. Did you spill wine in your RSX? I'm Billy Mays with OxyClean. Chris Mellon says we got those two, a full 35-piece stainless steel knife set for only 18 easy payments of $39.95. But wait, there's more. Honda Block says I got another scenario for you. What do we got? What do we got? Because right now I can find a satin silver 2002 base model, 183,000 miles on the motor and chassis, $1,700. $1,700, really not that bad. Honestly, though, I feel like finding a base model that's a manual would save a little bit of time. It might be a hair bit more, like $3,000. Even a Type S, if I could find a cheap ass Type S that just, you know, It's already a Type S, obviously, so it has the wiring harnesses already there. That might be 3 or 4 grand. Honestly, I'm on the cusp. Like 4 grand is pretty much how much I want to spend on the chassis. Yeah, okay. Honda Vlog says find a Type S, possible blown motor, high mileage, and talk them down, and then sell that motor, add that to the cash stack, and then go about your plan. Yeah, because that would the pedal assembly and like some of the we would know that firewall and all the charge harness and all that shit's good to go. Very good point. Very good point. So let's go back to the drawing board. We got. I saw a silver one in Charlottesville. Where the fuck did it go? I bet somebody bought that bitch up quick. Oh, here it is. Okay, so $5,500 is what he's asking. He says selling my 03 Acura RSX Type S with 127,000 miles. So my chassis had 182,000 miles on it. It had no rust. You know what I mean? Not a spot of rust. So this one's got 127. He's in the same, he's in Charlottesville apparently. So it's an hour away. It's not a rusty place. We don't get rust here that much unless you just like dog your car. Fuck it up. Don't take care of it. It says 127,000 miles, silver on black leather interior, 6-speed manual, clean all around, very well maintained, runs and drives great, power door, window, and sunroof. It's slightly lowered with rims and a big spoiler and exhaust. They look like dog shit. Almost babied it when my dad had it. I had it for a little while now. Love the car, but not enough space for me. Well, he's fucking retarded. RSX has plenty of space. Just has a little rip on the driver's seat. Extra vehicle, now time to let it go. Not in the rush. Won't find another RSX in similar condition. Price is negotiable. Please, reasonable offers. And the motor is, like he said, it runs and drives great. Okay, that's one thing. But here, I'll show you guys. You guys be. Where are we at? Honda Vlog says auto to manual is more work than you want to take on. Absolutely. That's a very good point. I didn't even think about the pedal assembly and all that shit. I was more worried about the firewall and how like shifter cables and all that shit, having to cut holes in the firewall maybe. Stuff like that. Honda Vlog says, not that you can't, but we're talking like some annoying shit for no reason. Plus you want all the Type S suspension shit. Yeah, I'm just going to swap over my Type S suspension, my new speed shit onto this, like swap parts for parts, you know what I mean? What the fuck was I about to say? Chris Millington says, hi, Billy Mays here with the all-new Gooner Muffin. This isn't just any ordinary muffin. It's a Gooner Muffin made by especially a 45-year-old lesbian. This amazing, great tasting muffin is only $29.95. All right, so this is the one that's $5,500 or best offer. Silver. It's got some shitty, I mean, they're not like horrible, but they're not the wheels I would put on there, obviously. But I think we can get this dude down to 4 grand. This is a car that I could drive around, get places even. It's not what I want, you know what I mean? But it's a fucking 02 to 04 Type S satin silver. Looks just good enough, you know what I mean? While we're getting this shit done. So that's one picture. It's got this ugly ass fart can on there. He's got the Type R. I don't know if this is a replica or not. I don't think it's a replica. I think it's actual A-Spec or Type R. Wing. Car looks pretty clean, honestly, for 127,000 miles. I think this is about as good as it gets around here. That fucking exhaust looks horrible. It's got the silencer in it. Honda Vlog says 15-inch can on that muffler. For real, though. Hey, Hey, I guess at least it's not tilted and burning the bumper. Only thing I see right there, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I do see that one little spot of rust right there, which is not the end of the world or anything. I mean, you could put some fucking 3M 405 rust preventative shit on there or something. As long as it's not in the trunk rusted, you know. Back it up. It's got a rip on the driver's seat, not a big deal, because we're gonna get rid of these seats anyway. $127,000 miles. I don't understand how it has 127,000 miles and the manifold looks the way it does. That manifold looks like straight ass cheeks. Looks like a puto. And like the bolts, you can see like the bolts, a lot of the bolts and hardware and stuff are pretty fucking rusted, which is not the end of the world. You can replace all that, but like the manifold, like I don't understand how it only has 127,000 miles, but this motherfucker is like well seasoned, looking horrible. And it's not the end of the world, but Eric says at least it looks like it's stock. Yeah, exactly. Like he's got the fart can on it and the aftermarket wheels, so like, you know, at least he kept all this shit stock because, you know. Justin says, Justin's here. Why is the manifold like that? Water damage? I have no clue. I don't understand. It definitely like, it looks like he like fucking like, I don't know, power washed the engine bay and like forgot to dry it off or something. But I mean, the car, like from the outside, the body of the car, that's what we're buying it for. You know what I mean? Body of the car looks fine. Because I don't give a fuck about the motor or that fucking shitty seat. I mean, everything else is, it's got black interior, so we don't got to worry about swapping out the dashboard necessarily. Although I probably would. I don't know. But yeah, it's debatable. But yeah, that's what's around here. You know what I mean? Let's see. Justin says that sketch. Honda Vlog says, I'll give you 275 easy payments of $29.99 for that motor for sure. Dude, I would sell you, if you could scrape up $1,500, I'd sell you that motor all day. How you like them apples? How you like them apples? Because that way, let's say I could get the car for, like Eric said, for $4,500 cash, fucking $1,500 back. That would take me down to my $3,000 safety, like, or comfort level, you know, spending $2 to $3,000 per shell. As long as the shell has no rust. Because, like, what's a Type S motor cost these days, Christian? Like $3,500. Sell to you for $1,500, man. Clean and clear, shipped. Well, maybe you said you have a FedEx deal with shipping deal with FedEx, so $1,500 and we split shipping or something. I don't know. Let's see. Cameron says that rip in the seat is common. It's just the stitching that let go. Trimmer van fix easily. Justin says that's sketch. Cameron says aluminum corrosion. Yeah, you could buy another manifold probably. I could fucking give you the stock manifold. I'd replace that manifold for you. How about that? Chris says it could be the way the car was cleaned. Most people don't know how to clean their cars, let alone the engine bay. True. Eric says 4,500 cash. He'll take it. Justin says true, Chris. Justin says not too many to choose from around here. That's what I'm saying. Like they're all base models, and like Christian said, Christian brought up the best point. auto to manual conversion, the pedal assembly, and all that shit. It's gonna be a clusterfuck. So we need to find a Type S, shitty condition, good body, motor that's got a lot of miles, shitty interior, whatever, and call it a day. Very good point. Chris says Honda Vlogs, LOL. Honda Vlogs says that's a lot of schmeckles. Yeah, it is. I mean, like you're saying, like you're not making as much money at Saki Bomb like you used to work at in tech or whatever, and you're making more money but grinding more. I feel you. Chris says, put a nice, sweet, sexy paint job on her. I'm just gonna keep it satin silver like I had my other car. I love that satin silver. It's so easy to. It's such a clean color. Like you can keep satin silver clean for days, for weeks. Ooh. Cameron says offer 4K cash with it in your hand. Money talks and 4K flash is very tempting. The Honda Vlog says that's Satan silver. That's right. It's the devil horns. The devil horn bow tie. Honda Vlog says all about that Nighthawk biatch. Yeah, Nighthawk's a good color too. It's just black is hard to keep clean, man. That's the only thing I have against black cars. They're hard to keep clean. Like silver, white. I mean, white is kind of hard too, but it's not as hard as black. You know what I mean? In my opinion. If I could find a nice red one, that'd be dope. Honda Vlog says, yeah, that's why I don't clean it. Cameron says Milano pink. Justin says, is that an 03? It is. But it doesn't matter because 02 to 04, it's all the same shit. Honda Vlog says, I call it Dust Dawn Hawk. Satan Silver and Dust Dawn Hawk. The Chris Millington says, Satan Silver available for only $44.95. You will not go to heaven. But yeah, we already got wheels, we already got suspension, we already got K-Pro, we already got a bunch of shit. Honda Vlog, Justin says we're doomed. Yep. Honda Vlog says, dude, apparently there was hella options the DC5 came with at the dealer that nobody got. Like what? Like are you talking about the power folding mirrors and shit like that, or what? Eric says, have they not seen what the sun does to black? At least here in Florida, the sun rapes it. Oh, there was. Chris Millington says, no good racing. Honda Vlog says, yeah, the mirrors, I think it's the Canadian ones. They had heated mirrors because they have, colder weather up there. So like the Canadian versions had heated mirrors so they could defrost the ice off the mirrors. I think the European and Japanese ones were power folding mirrors because in Japan, obviously the roads are so narrow that people were getting their side view mirrors fucking knocked off by other cars. Honda Vlog says, yeah, the mirrors like colors like green and shit. Dude, if you could find a fucking like jade green metallic RSX, legit, that would be so fucking cool. That would be some shit. Eric says, mine has heated mirrors. Damn, Gina. A-spec kit. Chris Mellon says, Canada A. You can get a Canadian accent for only $19.99. Eric says, and it's a base model. Damn. With fucking heated mirrors. Excuse me. Justin says your RSX had manual folding. Yeah, they weren't power. They fold in, but they don't. It's not like electronic. I never really cared about that, honestly. Honda Vlog says, Shades, watch this. Chris says, I'm part Canadian. Well, he doesn't have to buy it for $19.95 because he's already Canadian. And how the fuck did you put a link in here? Honda Vlogs, you're the first person I've seen that could actually put a full link, the HTTPS in there, and it not be removed. That's crazy. Hold on, can't. God damn it. Copy that shit. Paste. Oh, what do we got? Prices, the Tim and Eric show. Great job. Oh, God, here we go.
I'm Tim Heidecker, and welcome to Discount Prices. I got $1.99. I got $7.99. I got $16.99. Cheap prices. $14. $2.49. 3. My prices are so small you can barely see them. See small prices. Prices. Discount.
Tim's discounted prices shot out of the ground. Buy premium prices. Hi, I'm Eric, and welcome to Eric's Premium Prices. I've got all the premium prices. I've got $19.99 for sale for $20. You come to me when you want fine European prices. They're premium. Come on in, buy $35.50 for $40.
Oh, lay an egg. Go to Tim's discount prices. Our $6.99s are down to $2.99.
Tim buys his prices from China. Mine are real, American made.
Who wants to pay a premium for prices? Come on down to Tim's discount prices and pay small prices.
Look at this discount price. There's no meat on it. You throw
There's
it back.
no meat on it.
I'm not going to serve you to my family.
The man's a dirty fella. He's got a stink.
He's a dirty fellow.
Discount prices are for the birds.
Tim got crap prices. Kick it.
Don't let Eric get near you. He'll rape you.
He'll rape you.
Prices and sells them at a discount. That's bullshit.
Eric's a compulsive masturbator. He masturbates all over the store.
My competitor is a liar.
Premium, I'd say creamium.
Premium.
My prices.
Premium prices.
No, come in.
Oh my God. Oh, that's great. Good old Tim and Eric. Just fucking shit up. Let's see. Chris says, so I only pay half price. Justin says, Eric, those heated mirrors come in handy in Florida. Eric says, LOL, yup. Chris says, that's the best. Justin says, I use the heated mirrors a lot. It dries up condensation and raindrops. Chris says, buy it all now for only $19.95. Justin's laughing. Holy shit. That was a good laugh. He goes, premium, more like creamium. He's jerking off all around the store. Oh my God. It just killed me. Fucking it's funny you brought up Adult Swim. We were literally we were fucking talking about Eric Andre's show yesterday. I was like talking about, somebody said something about like 9/11 or some shit like that, and I was like, that instantly makes me think of that Tyler the Creator skit where fat dude just fucking bust out from the back of the curtain. He's like, investigate 3/11. That shit is too funny. Eric says, be right back in a sec. Justin says, you're a fan. Yeah, no, it's a noisy little bitch. Chris says, 3/11. Oh, this shit. It's instantly already funny.
Tyler the Creator. in God? You believe in God? I don't know. Focus.
What the fuck?
I got shit to do next week.
Yeah, I got shit to do too. I got shit to do tomorrow. Got dreams and stuff.
We've been through a lot. Yeah, today we got really far. Yeah. I'm just happy everyone got to see me.
Investigate 311.
Oh my god, it's too good. Investigate 311. Eric sent me a fucking. What the fuck is that? Oh, dude sent me an email back about that other RSX, the base model, but I'm already not interested. Eric says it gets cold here, Justin. Guy says send a telephone number and I can text pictures. Dude, what a sketchball. You can text picture. Man, get the fuck. It's my car covered in ice. In Florida? What the fuck? That's crazy. That's some crazy shit right there. What do we got? Copy link address. Oh god, what do we got now?
Okay, we're back, and our homemade media festival continues with a band called Ween that actually recorded.
Oh, dude, I've watched this before.
System. This is Nikki Melchiondo and Aaron Freeman, both halves of Ween. They actually prefer to go by D.
Yeah, they're like fucking recording it on the spot.
Anyway, why do you guys use that relatively low-tech recording system as opposed to like going into a studio?
We fucked yo bitch.
I think it started out because it was all we could afford, really. And when you're in the studio, you're recording on the clock, and an hour of studio time plus the cost
of they're so fucked up. Hello, LSD.
More than your average, whatever 16-year-old kid can afford. So.
But you actually like the sound that you get that way, right?
Yeah, sure. It sounds great.
What do you prefer about it? Is it just you like sort of a more low-tech sound anyway, or?
No, I think when you only have 4 tracks to record on, you have to write better songs because you can't do too much production with them.
Okay, but now you guys have a deal with Elektra, right? You have a record out on Elektra, and is that something that you like actively pursued, or did it just sort of happen?
No, basically they just found us. They really liked our music, and
it's crazy to think if they're both tripping right now. Dean Ween looks cool as a cucumber, and other dude fucking looks like straight tripping. Like you can tell.
Now, like fly to the Bahamas and go in a big studio.
Yeah,
and do all
now we're gonna
stuff.
record next album in Maui.
Good. Glad to hear it. Okay.
We want to get like Michael Bolton's backing.
Good. Sounds good. Okay, so that little machine we have right over there actually produces a sound that sounds about the same as it would on a finished album. So if you guys want to hear what we're talking about, they're going to do it for you now. Here's Ween doing Freedom of 76.
Monovlog says he's the front man though. He's used to the spotlight. Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know. Every time I've ever tripped, it's like straight, like awkward. Getting it. That fucking vocal reminds me of some John Frusciante. Fucking killer. I watched this thing with Dean Wayne, Guitar Tricks or Guitar Moves, whatever that channel is. They were sitting down with Dean Wayne, hanging out, like smoking cigarettes and drinking beer and playing guitar in his shed. And he was saying how he was breaking down. It's like, I'm a phony, man. Like, I'm pretty much like my whole guitar solo technique is pretty much like 50% Allman Brothers and then like 50% Maggot Brain. I was like, holy shit, that's so true. Like, he like literally broke it down. I was like, dude, that's some Maggot Brain right there. That's fucking crazy. And then at the same time, Allman Brothers. Good old 90s music. That's right. And good old Fender Mustangs. But yeah, guys, fucking this is gonna be our outro song. Not sure what I'm gonna be doing today. Probably scouting around, searching the web, looking for parts and shit. I don't know. I mean, the motor motor's in town. I can go to Henrico, down to J-Spec, go grab one. I'll probably grab that in like a couple weeks, like 2 to 3 weeks, because he said he's got the shipping container coming in. He's got 3 shipping containers coming in from Osaka. Honda Vlog says, dude, look on eBay for cars, no joke. Already tried. None. 0. 0 RSXs. Honda Vlog says, LOL, I've known a few people that have just had cars delivered off eBay. Yeah, it's just sketchy, man. Like, I don't trust, like, friggin' eBay. Like, eBay and PayPal are just getting sketchier and sketchier every single day. They really are. But if you think about it, we're on the other side of the fence where we're the buyer and not the seller, and they don't give a fuck about the seller. So, I looked on there and I couldn't find any. Like RSXs, I couldn't find any. Type in 2002 RSX, like you can't find one. Unless I'm just stupid and I'm not searching right or something, but go on automobiles and cars and trucks and type in RSX, I didn't see any. Eric says that's right. Dude, why is the chat? I swear, if they don't fix this fucking disappearing chat shit, I'm gonna fucking stab somebody. Jesus Christ, so annoying. Eric says that's right. Honda Block says, yeah, hello, but yeah, man, at least you looked. Honda Block says, can't find an RSX, but blow up dolls, man, gold mine. Plentiful. We got a surplus stock of blow up dolls. 2002 year. Fucking But yeah, I'll wait probably 2 or 3 weeks maybe when the shipping containers come in and they'll have Recaros in because I'm trying to get it all in a bundle, like K20A, some red Recaros, maybe trying to think of anything else I might need. Anything else they might have that's like Type R related that you get a bundle for, you know what I mean? So let's say the motors, they're asking $42.95 for the motor. I know I can talk them down to like $4,200. And even when let's say the seats they're probably gonna say $1,200 for the seats. So let's just say 4,200 plus 1,200, that'd be $5,400. Fucking $5,000. That's what I'd give them. You know what I mean? Honda Vlog says 4K. Honda Vlog says motor and trans. Yep, motor and trans. And I found out the transmission does have a warranty. It was a typo. They said the transmission's 30-day warranty as well. God damn my throat. But yeah, I can talk them down to $5,000 for the combo, I think. Because I've seen them sell their seats for $995. So like they ask like $1,300 and then they knock it down to $1,000. Honda Vlog says J Swap DC5. Oh god. 3.0 liter, man. Fucking sick. I don't know anything about J Swaps. Probably a lot of work involved. And Cameron says LS swap and a fucking DC5. Blow everyone's hair back. They'd be like, B series? Or do you mean LS swap like a LS1, like a V8, like a fucking Corvette engine? I didn't know if you're talking about Honda LS or Chevy or fucking Corvette motor. Honda Vlog says I would 100% in your case find a DC5 Type S. Yeah, just pedal assembly. I didn't even think about that. Good look. This is why we brainstorm, you know? That's why we think tank. That's why we nerd out. Honda Vlog says bone stock, just get a good runner. The motor trans is sellable and you know you just got a good chassis. The rest of the money goes to your plans. Cameron says it's been done. Eric says, well, I'm going down to the beach later, Eric. Have a good time, man. Cameron says, look up LS Swap RSX. Are you shitting me? I thought are you fucking with me? LS Swap RSX. No way. Are you fucking with me?
Hey guys, how's it going? Just to give you an update on what's going on with the car. A few things changed since a couple months ago when I recorded the last video. Nothing much under the hood other than energy, good dampers. Cat pretty fun.
Dude, it's got a fucking parachute on it. He wasn't lying.
Engineering mount. That's off the bumper here with a new support. Yeah, you can see it's starting to rust and get out very quick. And let's see what here. From Anointed Arrow, Josh hooked me up with some carbon fiber mirror delete plate. Molly. Oh, great. And that thing will be going. We're putting it in. There's not enough.
Fucking LS Swap. Fucking RSX. The fuck? Just like borrow my dad's LS1. Be like, hey Pop, can we take the WS6 motor out of your Trans Am? You mind? No big deal. Let's see. Cameron says turbo Ryan S. Well, I hope it's not the Ryan S that dicked me on my car. Oh, Cameron says plans on putting same setup in rear also. Justin says, oh my God, really? You can put an LS in anything. I swear. This dude only has 300 subs. This dude put an LS motor in his shit.
Hey guys, what's up? This is my first ever YouTube video that I'm putting on YouTube. So I thought I'd give you guys kind of a once around on the car so far. This is a 2002 Acura RSX Type S. I initially had a K28 2 in it, obviously. Going stock for the most part. Came across the wild idea to put an LS4 into it. And boosted on top of that.
Boosted LS4. Holy fuck.
Process since it first started. Just about everything in the front end, or I should say everything in front of the firewall, minus like the frame rails is custom. For now, I was running a staggered front wheel drive setup with 305s. For my new setup, I'm waiting on the mail, are 315s, but they're going to be 17-inch wheels instead of 16. This is big of a deal.
Cameron says it's an insane build. You're fucking right. How does all that fit in there? I mean, I know he's got the baby radiator that helps, but I mean, like, that shit is wall-to-wall sardines in a can.
Besides that, everything in the front is just about finished. I just need to put the clutch in, and I need to fabricate some axles.
Need to fabricate some axles.
Axle shop in the U.S. is wanting to duplicate them into some 1,000-horse capable axles that'll handle the torque of a V8. And after that is said and done, we'll be moving into the rear of the car. This is the rear setup right here. Got a 16-gallon, I believe it's an RCI fuel cell, dual external pumps.
That is fucking insane.
Setup. Got a 6-gallon or 5-gallon water to air tank there. That pumps water all the way to the front engine. The cooler itself. And these seats right here are actually going to be coming out because this is going in the back.
Dude, it's got two LSs? What the fuck?
Truck 74 mil throttle body. Could be wrong.
Dude, I just shat myself. Not just one LS, but two.
Yeah, the rest of the works. And with this project overall,
that's fucking insane.
For 1700 to 1750 range for power between the two engines.
He's shooting for almost 2,000 fucking horsepower between two LSs.
A half-mile car, not a quarter. Because I don't think anything driveline related for a transverse setup would stand up to the torque of a launch on this kind of setup. With it being all-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, it wouldn't
that's
matter.
Insane.
But that's pretty much it. You got shots on the inside here. Pretty clean. No tears in the seats, especially for 02 to 04. That's rare. Dash is clean. Got the 03 Yukon PCI in there. Or PCM, I mean.
That's fucking crazy.
I want to eventually go to a Gen 4 setup. I guess there's more tuning capabilities on there.
Dude, I'm blown away. Hanablock says, all right, man, got to get going. Yeah, I feel you. Damn, this stream's been going on for 3.5 hours. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. What just happened? Hanablock says, got to drop the kids off the pool. We got to take the Browns to the Super Bowl. Yep. Have a go, man. And, dude, thanks for pointing that out about the fucking pedal assembly, because I didn't even think of that. You would think I would have thought of that, but I didn't. I was thinking more about the firewall. Cameron says 1 a.m. here. Jesus, fuck. That's insane. Honda Vlogs is dying laughing. That's right. Taking the Browns to the Super Bowl. Imagine that. $1 a.m. in Australia. Good God. But yeah, fucking I'll keep you guys posted. We know the transmission has a warranty. We know the motor has a warranty. We know they're going to get some more Recaros in. I'm going to have to call some kind of auto upholstery place or something like that. Get a price quote on red carpet, you know, seeing if they can do that for me. And essentially, fucking, because the DC5R carpet, I don't know how that's going to work with the gas door lever and the footwell. It's going to look like dog shit, I think. And the gas door lever might have to stay on the left, and I might have to cut out a hole, then have a hole on the passenger side. So it'd be better off just to get some carpet made, because one, it'd be brand new. It'd look perfect. Two, the footwell and everything would line up great. Be very flush, etc., etc. Honda Vlog says, just remember when you get the motor trans, you got 30 days. So like the swap has to happen so you can get it turned on and going. Yeah, definitely going to get the chassis first, work getting out the motor out of that car. So it's like it's like, treat it like a heart transplant. We got like 7 minutes before this heart's dead. You know what I mean? We got to get this bitch in or else the donor's dead. Or the recipient's dead, rather. I feel you. Cameron says, yes, good point. Have car ready to drop it in, then buy it. Yeah, it'll be fun pulling that motor out, honestly, because I've yet to pull out a K-Series motor. I've seen it done. It's been done in my car before. I didn't do it though. So that'll be pretty fun, honestly. But yeah, guys, I'll definitely keep y'all posted. Gonna look around, see about some stuff, and honestly, I'm thinking that Type S, that one I showed y'all for, that's, he says 5,500 best offer. Try to get him down to like $4,000 cash. I mean, I think $4,000 is more than enough. How about I tell him $4,000 and he can keep his fucking wheels? Like, here, you keep your wheels, you keep this dinky ass shift knob, and you can have your fucking fart can exhaust, and I'll just take the car. I don't want any of your stuff. Just give me the car. But yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys later. Everyone have a good day. Be productive. Embrace the grind. Do all that good stuff. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.